Sunday! Welcome, Gecko, welcome in. We're back with more murder solving. I hope you're excited. I am. I'm very excited. Wait, did I play this on controller or... I think I was playing on controller. Hold on. Hold on. Let me plug in my controller. Anyways, I hope you guys have been well. You're enjoying a lovely weekend after a weeks of hard work. Unless you're on holiday, then I guess, you know, I hope you're still chilling. Is it, am I here? I'm here. Okay, cool. And let's just continue. Let's just continue. Where was I? The haunted furnace. I think we saw someone die in the beginning, which something which looked like an accident. So we're gonna see if it was actually an accident. You are indeed chilling on the last few days of your 6-week holiday. I'm so envious. I hope you're getting all the chill time in that you need.
二位就是船长引荐的侦探吧？
Hi. Yes.
我是汉阳铁厂会办李毅。
Lee E, is that how they decided to spell it? Okay, fine. Just an I. Lee E. Like usually they would put, or at least in current modern day pinyin, they would put the Y and then the I for its pronunciation and not just the I.
在下沈仲平，这是我的助手阿福。烦劳大人，说下这起事件的经过。
Wait, what was that?
今晨，平炉车间的钉匠木不慎坠入钢水包
They
中，引发了爆炸。
accidentally. The foreman.
表面听起来就是一起意外事故，是有什么问题吗？
这钉匠木坠入钢水包之时，有2位工人目睹了经过。
Okay.
他们都说钉匠木是凭空出现在平炉2层的。
He appeared out of thin air.
啊？凭空出现？
正是，没人看到他上去，但眨眼的功夫他就站在那儿了。也因如此，工人间开始流传些怪力乱神之说，弄得人心惶惶。
此事确实颇为蹊跷。
眼下消息已隐有外传，再拖一日，恐又会生出许多事端。还望沈先生于今日之内查明情况，以安定人心，恢复生产。
放心交给我们吧，会办大人，我家先生可是专业的。
那就有劳2位了，本办还有事在身，失陪了。
啊？哎
Okay.
我还没来得及问具体是什么流言呢。
我们先去事故现场看看吧。
Why did they call us in if they thought it was an accident? That's what I'm curious about. Wait, I unlocked some new facts. The Deputy Administrator. Oh, it's not important. It's just additional information. Don't worry about it. Whoa. Molten steel is flowing out from the outlet. What a grand sight. Yes. Very exciting. Wait, what's she doing here? That's the coroner lady from the previous village. Auntie, you're here as well. The official said that something terrible happened here and asked me to come examine the body. Wait, from all the way across the sea? I rushed over here the second I arrived. Haven't even had time to eat lunch yet. But, Auntie, can you still examine the body after it fell into a furnace? I mean, I guess. What's there to examine? He's all ashes now. I don't have any godlike abilities to help me distinguish a corpse from slag. Yeah, even if Auntie was the reincarnation of Songqi. Songqi? Is that how you pronounce it? It's still impossible. At least you get the point, unlike them. So it seems like you two are overseeing this matter as well? That is correct. Auntie Wu, do you have any information on this case? The deceased is called Ting Dafeng. He was 45 years old and the foreman of the factory floor. There are lots of rumors about the cause of his incident, but most of them can't be taken seriously. Auntie, have you heard the rumors too? Come on, tell me. You little rascal. Why are you always so interested in chasing shadows? Without an autopsy, it'll be even more difficult to uncover the truth. You're right, Auntie. He fell from the second floor, so you should go there. No need to waste your time here. But I want to examine. What's this? Auntie Wu, is the corpse mixed with the slag? Still thinking about an autopsy? If you could separate them, I'll examine the body for you. It seems that we will not be able to obtain any clues from the corpse this time. Alright, I want to check everything. Barrier? Oh, that part. Okay, why is this area blocked off by ropes? Someone is protecting the scene by using the ropes as a boundary line. Such a careful and professional arrangement. Must have been the work of Auntie Wu. Stop licking my boots. It was already like this when I got here. Huh? Who could it have been? This is ladle number 2, the ladle that the foreman fell into. The ladles are 2 meters tall and can hold up to 30 tons of molten steel at a time. Ooh. Okay. We'll reach the site of the incident when we go up from here. Hopefully all the crucial evidence will still be there. I want to talk to these people. I knew something was wrong with Foreman Ting. You play with fire, you get burned. Wait, are these the rumors that they speak of? Okay. Fine, let's go up. Wait, Apple, what's the matter? Look, there are scorch marks all over the stairs. The explosion was caused by the incident. Even the stairs were affected. The splash range of the explosion must have been quite wide. This means that no one could approach these stairs for quite a while even after the explosion. Interesting. Interesting. The lever. Wait, can I check the lever for a bit? Go back. Where is it? Here. Afu, is this lever used to open the molten steel outlet? That's right. This is a very thoughtful design. How's that so? Ooh. Look, this lever is really long. You have to stand here to open the outlet shutter. I guess that's a very important clue. Maybe he was like... No, never mind. I wanted to say that he was maybe stuck inside, but he would have burnt inside that thing anyway. He would have burnt there first before being burnt in the ladle. Anyway, is it designed in this way to prevent the workers from getting burned? That's right. The molten steel in the furnace can reach a temperature of a staggering 1600 degrees Celsius. Once the shutter is opened, the temperature close by rises rapidly. It's much safer to open the surface from such a distance. I see. This is where Foreman Ting's falling incident took place. You're able to see the workers in the opposite metal casting area from here. you can also see the ladle directly below. It's ginormous, like a well. When the incident happened, the well was filled with red-hot molten steel. It sure looks like the entrance to hell. And no, this is the entrance leading to the truth. Okay then. Shen, let's begin investigating. Oh wait, that's the crime scene, of course. Okay. Shen, there's some grayish-white powder underneath the railing. Snip, snip. Kun kun, kun kun. Upon closer examination, these are small particles that have a lingering pungent smell. A lingering pungent smell. Afu, do you know what this is?
Huh?
I can't think of anything right now, but this must be a residue of something that was burned. Shoot. Shen, this is the molten steel basin. Once the shutter is open, molten steel of 1600 degrees Celsius flows through here into the ladle. When that happens, the temperature close by will be extremely hot. Okay. This is the ladle that Foreman Ting fell into. It's now empty. Huh? Where did the molten steel go? Perhaps the workers may know something about this. Okay, what about the railing? There are scorch marks all over the railings. Foreman Ting's fall caused an explosion. Afu, although quite a few people have mentioned the sound of an explosion on site, could it be possible that the explosion occurred first, and then Ting fell into the molten steel after? The human body contains a lot of water. When water meets molten steel, it will vaporize and its volume will expand 1,000 times. So if a person were to fall into molten steel, it's bound to cause an explosion. Hi Flash Bites, welcome, happy Sunday. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a lovely weekend. Then, if the explosion occurred first and Ting fell after, there would have been 2 explosions. However, the workers only saw 1 explosion. It must have been caused by Ting's fall. 100% correct. Okay. What else is there? What's this? A section of the railing next to the molten steel outlet is missing. You're right. Judging from the structure, there should be a movable crossbar here. Welcome, Minnie. Happy Sunday. I hope you're having a lovely weekend. This design makes it more convenient to clean the molten steel outlet. But where did the crossbar go? Could it be that it fell into the ladle? This detail is quite suspicious. Ooh, maybe he was pushed. I think he was pushed. He must have been pushed. Ooh. Shen, be careful of the molten steel up ahead. I am unable to get any closer due to the heat. Okay, let's go here then. Oh, crane hook. Afu, are these big crane hooks used to transport the ladle? Yep, these are the crane hooks of the bridge crane. It can lift up to 50 tons of load. Okay, so only empty ladles. Unless I misread earlier. Oh. Shen, this is the charging area behind the furnaces. The workers working here should probably know something, right? What's this? What's underneath here? Hmm? Huh? How come there's a big sheet of tarpaulin here? Is that how you pronounce it? Tarpaulin? Tarp? So they kept steel scraps prepared for smelting piled underneath here. It's well protected. Nothing stands still testing my new machines, and I installed a new network cable upgrade to solve poor connection speed. Oh, nice! Wait, so you have like the best connection right now. Is it noticeable? I don't know the technical specifics, but it sounds like a huge upgrade. Can steel scrap be used as raw material? These steel scraps are already quite rusty. We went from 100 megahertz to 2000. Okay, yes, that's probably very noticeable. Nice. That's the advantage of the open hearth process. Steel scraps can be used as raw materials. I believe the R is silent. Okay. Wait, I forgot what the word was. I can see it. Hold on. It's here. Tarpaulin? Tarpaulin? Tarpaulin. Anyway. Is this fuel that's piled up here? This is bulk material, mostly lime and fluorite and the sort. So you need lime to make steel. Yep, bulk materials are used to separate impurities from the molten steel. Okay. Charging machine. I finally get to see an autoloader with my own eyes. So this is what the structure of a crown block is like. Okay. If we go further, would we be able to go around to the left side of furnace number 1? Molten steel is coming out from there and it's scalding hot. We better not go over there. Hold on, let me check. Okay, I need the other tab. This one. Crown block. Also known as a bridge crane, is a type of hoisting equipment installed above workshops or warehouses to lift heavy objects. The structure of the crown block is similar to a cable car, however, what moves along the cableway of the crown block is not a carriage full of passengers, but a trolley connected to the lifting device. When the crown block is operating, the workers are able to control the trolley's movements in the control room and use the lifting device to transport goods. I see. Official forensic medical scientist. Okay, cool. Anyways, let's talk to this guy. Mister, I am Shen Zhongping. I was entrusted to investigate the foreman Ting's falling incident. Could I have a moment of your time? You'll call me Mister. I'm used to that. I'm just a furnace charger. The name's Li Chenhai. You can call me Old Li. Ask all you want, gives me time to rest a bit. Okay, let's talk about you. Miss Old Li, what are you mainly responsible for? I am responsible for charging the furnace. I'm also in charge of opening and closing the outlet. Does charging the furnace mean to add fuel to the furnace? Not fuel, but bulk materials. Oh my gosh, they have a schematic. I didn't expect this game to be so detailed. Hold on. Blast furnace. Okay. Not okay, I have no idea, but it's okay. If you want the steel to be of high purity, you need to add bulk material in every now and then. Are there any other workers on the second floor platform? There are a few helpers, but last night was just a trial production. I didn't ask them to come. It takes 4 hours to purify steel in a furnace, so it's enough for me to handle alone. 4 hours. You don't look so well, Old Li. Haven't you rested? I just pulled an all-nighter and was going to rest today, but then the incident happened. Those punks don't have the guts to work, so they're just grabbing onto me and draining me dry. Once Shen gets to the bottom of this, you'll be able to take a break. Take a break? That's just like looking forward to seeing the moon on the New Year's Eve. Don't count on it. Poor guy. Overworked, burnt out. What kind of person was Formanting? He's a stubborn, one-track-minded guy who's not so popular. He's so obsessed with steel technology that he'd even forget to pay our wages. Amazing. Ever since he started worshipping the gods, he became even less human. He even provoked... Provoked what? Never mind. There's no point in talking about this since he's already dead. About the worshipping, I'm curious. Old Lee, please tell us more about the foreman worshipping gods. We need to have a comprehensive understanding of him. What? You also think his death is related to that statue? Statue? What statue? He must have been possessed to provoke that sort of thing. They all say that it's easy to invite a god, but hard to send one away. If you neglect them, you could be possessed by an evil spirit, or worse, you may get killed. Oh, so they think he was possessed when he fell in? Old Lee, you still haven't told us what Formanting was worshipping, though. No, I just can't. It's unspeakable. I advise you both to stay far away from the shrine in the office. A shrine in the office, huh? I see. I see. Were you working here when the incident occurred? I've been busy working here since last night. After pulling an all-nighter, the molten steel in furnace number 1 was finally ready. Once the ladle was filled, I checked the quality of the molten steel and closed outlet number 1. After that, I came back, started the auto-loader, and started preparing for the next batch. I was shoveling materials into Furnace 1 and suddenly heard a boom. I saw Furnace 2 emitting smoke. The molten steel splashed everywhere and the railings on fire. I thought it was a furnace explosion, but it wasn't. Someone opened the outlet in advance. How could you be sure that someone else had opened it? The lever was in the buckle, so someone must have done it. Is it possible that you opened it yourself, but then forgot about it? No way. I couldn't have opened up furnace number 2 after I just finished working on furnace number 1. After I finish work on furnace 1, it takes 1 hour to begin work on furnace 2. Is this why you think Foreman Ting pulled the lever himself? I don't know, but it could only have been him, right? Throughout this process, did you see Foreman Ting? Nope, I didn't see him at all. What was that lady? She looks cute. Actually, I only knew what happened after I heard Old Chow and the others talking about the incident. Wasn't Old Chow one of the workers who witnessed the incident? Yeah, I heard him say that Ting appeared next to the molten steel outlet out of thin air. Everyone's guessing it was the 5 ghost teleportation magic. All in all, it's strange business, I tell ya. Interesting. Okay, that's it. I have no more questions. I want to go to that statue. Wait. How do I check this? Conveyor door. Why is this door locked? That door is for the transportation of minerals. An elevator is on the other side. This door is usually locked and only opens when we're transporting minerals. When was the last time minerals were transported up here? Let me think. It would have been 2 days ago. Okay. I think I got everything. Second floor platform. Oh, it's also second floor platform. Okay. Oh, I just went in a circle. I guess we go back down. I want to check his office. Oh. Oh, they're getting their wages. After something like this, our wages are being paid early. Supervisor Ho, well, how about... I will keep your mouth shut. Just take the money and go. Okay. Why did he just... I don't think I've seen this young man before. We're not here to get paid. We're here to investigate the case. Shu Heng. I don't know how to pronounce it. This is Mr. Shen and his assistant, Afu. They are here to investigate the matter of Foreman Ping's falling incident. I see. It's a pleasure to meet you. I almost forgot this important matter. Su Heng. I'm gonna ignore the H because I don't know how to pronounce that. Su Heng. It's fine. Please make a deposit for Mr. Shen. Your Honor, I cannot accept this for nothing. Mr. Shen, I will reward you properly after you find out what exactly happened. Well... You need not refuse, Mr. Shen. The sooner everything is clear, the less damage the ironworks will have to sustain. Shen, it seems that if you don't accept the money, Mr. Deputy Administrator can't be at ease. All right. Wait, Deputy Administrator Li insists on giving us coins engraved with Guangxu's period silver coins made in what? Made in what? Wait, can I check my evidence? Oh, there we go. Oh, made in Hubei province, okay. Let's talk to him. If you have anything to ask me, I will gladly tell you everything I know. What are your duties, Mr. Huo? I am the supervisor of funds. All things related to money here fall under my responsibility, such as bookkeeping, managing bills, as well as the purchasing of goods and materials. And paying wages? You're a smart cooking young boy, but I'm not the one who's in charge of paying the wages. Usually, the workers' wages are paid for by the foreman directly, but that's why I'm doing it. I just heard from the workers that the wages for this month are being paid earlier than usual. Indeed, Mr. Li had instructed me to do so, hoping that this will calm everyone down. You two probably don't know that the Siemens Martin furnace in this incident was very expensive. After the incident, people on the factory floor were terrified, causing production to stagnate. For each day the furnace is not in operation, thousands of silver coins will be lost. No wonder Mr. Deputy Administrator seems so anxious. Let's see. How was your relationship with Foreman Ping, Mr. Huo? My daily work intersected with Foreman Ping, so I guess we were quite familiar. What kind of person was Foreman Ping? He treated people a bit harshly, so he was not very popular among the workers. However, I know that he was just too obsessed with studying metallurgy. I can't pronounce that. Obsessed with what he loved? I totally get him. I heard that he had a habit of worshipping a statue. Do you know when that started, Mr. Huo? If you're asking about the statue, it's a long story. The quality of our steel products was not stable, so we didn't have a steady flow of funds. Mr. Sheng imported a German Siemens Martin furnace and ordered Mr. Li to improve quality. We thought the problem would be solved, but our steel rails still have quality defects. Mr. Li placed the burden onto Foreman Ting. Ting made a pledge, promising he would get the job done. So that's when Formentine began worshipping the gods? Interesting. That statue was originally acquired by Mr. Lee. It was meant to be a symbol of luck. Who would have thought that Formentine would become so obsessed with worshipping the gods? He often closed himself off inside the office all day long. He became unusually thin and pale with a withered face, and he kept on mumbling strange things. What did he say? I don't quite remember. Something about Chinese teachings and Western teachings. Chinese traditional values for foundation, Western ideology for practical use. That's it. He said to make steel in Hanyang do as the ancient Hanyangers do. Well, I don't get that at all. I regret that I haven't paid more attention, otherwise none of this would have... Were you present when the incident occurred, Mr. Huo? I was checking inventory and only heard a bang. When I got there, the fire had been put out. I didn't know until after that it was... Mr. Huo, when and where was the last time you saw Foreman Ping? I ran into him yesterday evening, right around here. It was almost payday, so I was busy verifying the account book. I went to double-check the workers' attendance with Foreman Ting. But when I met up with Foreman Ting, he still appeared absent-minded. He didn't respond when I called out to him. He walked into the office and locked himself inside. Everyone knows that he locks the door when he's worshipping the gods. When you saw him yesterday, was there anything else unusual about him? Nothing else, no. Oh, I do remember a small detail though. I don't know if it counts. When I ran into him yesterday, he was wearing a headcloth. I've never seen him wear one before. He doesn't usually wear a headcloth? He thinks it's stuffy, so he rarely wears one. I see. It's possible that it wasn't him? Okay, that's it. No more questions. I'm gonna question the next guy. Actually, check this. Whoa. The roar of these machines is deafening. Shen, this is the sound of the industry's heartbeat. Okay then. Hi Santum, happy Sunday. Welcome, welcome. Am I doing self-care? I mean, I sort of just started. Thank you. Let me do all that. Thank you so much for the little care package. Oh, save, actually. That's a good one. Oh my gosh, yawn. Let me drink. I need to save. I will save and then I'll stretch. How does this work again? Where's my save file? Save. This one. Okay. Mr. Deputy Administrator, please tell us more about Foreman Ting. Whoa. Foreman Ting began working at this ironworks when it was founded. He learned chemistry and steel making and also spent time in the laboratory. For the past 6 months, he had been transferred to the factory floor to work as a foreman. Although he was sometimes tough and stubborn, he's always been keen on studying steelmaking. Recently, we imported the most advanced Siemens Martin furnace from Germany. He had been researching on a new method of open hearth steelmaking. but he hadn't found the knack for it yet, and the quality of the last batch was less than ideal. Mr. Lee, I heard that there was something wrong with the quality of the steel rails. It's hard to explain. I heard that the hardest part of steel making is removing the phosphorus. Fragmentation easily appears in steel with high phosphorus content. Was this the type of problem you were facing? Seems like Afu knows the ropes. Indeed. Due to some reasons, the high-quality ores from Daye were transported to Japan. We only got lower-grade ores. The Bessemer converter we originally had can't remove phosphorus efficiently. So we spent a large sum of money to import the Siemens Martin furnace from Germany. I see. It really takes the painstaking effort of everyone to make good steel. It's only natural that we treat industrial prosperity as our duty. The incident is a serious matter. Oh wait, is there anything you want to know? Just ask about the incident. Mr. Deputy Administrator, where were you when the incident occurred? I was busy entertaining a guest, so I wasn't on the furnace factory floor. When I got there, the fire had already been put out. Fortunately, no further damage was caused. Although the fire was put out, terrifying rumors began to spread. The workers refused to work. I hope that Mr. Shen is able to uncover the truth as soon as possible. Okay, no more questions. Let's talk to these guys. Can I talk to these guys? Okay. Why did Mr. Lee make us cast these ingots? Shh, keep your mouth shut. Someone's coming. Are these ingots made from the furnace that Foreman Ting fell into? That's right. You gentlemen should stay away from this kind of unlucky thing. It'll be difficult to deal with later on if the molten steel cools down inside the ladle. Even so, we can't use these. The blood and bones of Foreman Ting are in here. Just thinking about it gives me the creeps. The human body is mainly composed of water and carbon. Its density is less than molten steel. His body wouldn't sink into the molten steel, but would float on the surface and flow into the tank. So, in essence, these are just ordinary steel ingots. Then, do you think his soul could be in these ingots? Ow, keep your mouth shut. It's time to get back to work. Master, I'm afraid the shrine will unleash its powers again. Please wait. Unleash its powers? You just mentioned the shrine unleashing its powers. What did you mean by that? What shrine? You must be deaf and heard me wrong. Shen and I both heard you. You definitely said it just now. Misters, that shrine, it's taboo. We are entrusted by Mr. Deputy Administrator to investigate the case of the falling incident. If you don't cooperate, you might be convicted of obstruction of justice. Please don't be angry, mister. We'll talk. About a month ago, Awu and Foreman Ting had a little argument. Awu, young and candid, kicked the shrine. The statue fell. He said some words of disrespect. Then the shrine unleashed its powers? Well, yeah, there was smoke coming out of the shrine, and there was a gunpowder smell in the air. My head started throbbing and I couldn't breathe, but I wanted to cough, so I almost fainted. Then what happened? Ying said that Awu had offended the god of fire, then he kicked everyone out of the room. That very night, Awu got sick and lost his voice. I had nightmares. Whenever I closed my eyes, I saw the statue staring at me. If the foreman hadn't begged the gods for forgiveness on Awu's behalf eventually, I'm afraid I'm afraid he wouldn't even be able to speak now. Could you... Mister, please forgive us, but we really can't say any more. Okay then. We should get back to work. Oh. Off limits to loiterers. I'm not a loiterer, I'm a detective. Fine. Wait, where else can I go? Wait, have I spoken to Auntie Wu yet? I have. Okay, then should I go back out? Oh, have I looked at this? Slack is overflowing from the ladle. Bendir! Happy Sunday! Welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a lovely weekend and you had a wonderfully uneventful week. Slag is mainly composed of oxides, oh my gosh, my brain. Oxides of silicon, phosphorus, calcium, sulfur, and other elements. Right now you do? Good, I'm glad to hear that. It will float on the surface of the molten steel due to temperature differences. Let me think of a simpler way to explain this to you, Shen. Slag is like the oil and pepper floating on top of a red oil hot pot. Ah, when the ladle's almost full of molten steel, the slag will naturally flow into the slag tank. Oh, I see. Afu, that was a very imaginative metaphor. Oh. Someone seems to be hungry. He who is iron becomes steel after rice. Missing out on a meal will never feel nice. I didn't even taste the sweet, delicious sesame cake just so I could accompany you. Would you like to try out the molten steel hot pot in front of you? Shen, let's continue investigating this case. Can I go back? Is there anything out here that I haven't seen yet? Oh my gosh. Maggie Siri, it's a sign that Sunday will be good. Good to hear. I will be here as many Sundays as I can. Oh, let me hydrate. Thank you so much. I need that. More hydration. Thank you for the care package. Doesn't seem like there's anything out here. Oh. Shen, what are you looking at? I am looking at this scenery. I'm not sure why, but no matter how many times I look at this, the scenery always excites me. Perhaps because it carries dreams of many who wish to industrialize China. Yeah, from learning from foreigners to learning from experience. Still a long way to go. Shen, let's hurry on back. After we're done with investigations, I want to take a good look at the machinery here. Come along then. Shen, can you smell that? There's a yummy scent of sesame cake in the air. I heard that sesame cake in Hanyang is especially delicious, as well as many other delicacies. I'm feeling hungry all of a sudden. Okay. Oh, I think I need to piece together some of the few keywords I have here. I once kicked over the statue, causing the shrine to unleash its powers and make him fall ill. Shen, from the state of those two workers, they don't appear to be lying. I need to care for Miss Demon Shepherd. Thank you. Much appreciated. Could it be that the shrine really unleashed its powers? Afu, do you know of any gas that smells of gunpowder and could harm the respiratory tract? So you think there was something off about the smoke, Shen? The smell of gunpowder usually appears after a firecracker is set off. The firearms made in Hanyang are quite famous, though. Afu, gunpowder doesn't cause a hoarseness of the voice, does it? Generally, it doesn't. Shen, how about I give the shrine a kick as well? Maybe. Wait, maybe not. What do you mean there's no harm in trying? I prefer not to. What if there actually was a god? Shen, could it be that someone orchestrated this accident? Yeah, that's my thought. You mean someone deliberately loosened the railing? When Formanting leaned upon it, the railing came off and fell into the ladle along with him? Exactly. That does seem practicable. However, how did that person convince Ting to lean against the railing after the shutter was opened? Yes. When the shutter was opened, the area nearby was very hot. The railings were scalding too. No hurry to conclude. We should investigate all the places that can be looked into first. Shen, does wearing a headcloth even count as being suspicious? Wearing a headcloth in an ironworks not only prevents burns, but also reduces water loss. People do not make a change in habits lightly, not unless there is a particular reason. Old Lee said he didn't see Ting. Could it be that Formanting was deliberately avoiding him? That is possible. Even so, why would Formanting do that? We know very little about the deceased at the moment, so it's too soon to judge. We also cannot rule out the possibility that Old Lee is withholding information from us. Shen, let's go and interview the workers in the ironworks. Wait, we just did. But maybe I can talk to them again, because now I actually took a look at the current clues that we have. Maybe they'll have something. Wait, I forgot that they left. Maybe he knows. Already. Oh, maybe this guy. Also no. These people here. Or maybe I should go back up. Or maybe... Wait, because it said reconsider. Oh, but then I think that would just replay... Let me try. We need to interview the workers in the ironworks to obtain more information. Okay. Hey, I thought I talked to everyone. Maybe I need to talk to that guy again. I already asked him everything. What to do? This one says, talk with the workers in the ironworks. Can I not talk to these people? Or these? Auntie, help me. Auntie can't help me. Is there no one I can talk to? Can I talk? Oh, I can talk to this guy. Mr. Patrolman, why is this door locked? What does that have to do with you? Sir, we were entrusted by Deputy Administrator Lee to investigate the Foreman Thing case. Oh, so it's Mr. Detective. Then, of course, I'd have to help you out. However, this room is impure. Impure? Everyone knows deep down how Foreman Thing died. Beware of the shrine in that room. We're not scared. Let us in to have a look. Thank you for your troubles, sir. He looks sussy. Mr. Patrolman, why haven't you opened the doors yet? It really stresses me out having to help you open these doors. We need to complete investigations today, so we're short on time. Oh my, thinking about opening this door is making my head ache. Could I ask for your help? What? How can we help? I just heard a crisp, pleasant sound ringing out from you two. Could you lend me a hand to refresh my memory? Oh my god, he wants coin. Something with a crisp and pleasant sound. Could he be asking for money? Afu, hand it over to him. What, all of it? Did he? Oh, we got some left. Okay. The sound is so enlightening to me. Okay, let's see the evil shrine.
先生，这尊神像虽然平平无奇，但在听了那些流言后再看它，竟然莫名有点瘆得慌，就好像干将爷爷和莫爷奶奶在看着我一样。
谁允许你们随便进来的？
谁在说话？
你说呢？
难道是莫爷奶奶？
姑娘，不必再装神弄鬼了。
谁装神弄鬼了？
哼，若不是想捉弄人，为什么不开灯？
我刚调查完这里，正要离开，是你们自己硬闯进来的。怎么，小弟弟，你被吓到了？
才没有呢！
没被吓到的话，你叫谁奶奶呢？
先生，我们开始调查吧。
调查？调查什么？早上的坠炉事件吗？
Is she a journalist?
对啊，是理会办专门请我们来的哦。
什么？他答应给我独家的呀？你是哪个报的？
She is a journalist.
记者小姐误会了，在下沈仲平，是一名侦探。这位是我的助手阿福。
原来是查案的侦探啊！误会了，我是沪报的记者文可欣。不过，在这个案子里，侦探先生已经没有什么表现机会了。
啊？什么意思啊？
我就要查明真相了，连明日的头条都拟好了。独家揭秘：汉阳铁厂工人跳炉案件始末。
既然如此，文小姐可愿分享你所掌握的线索？
想从我这获得消息可以，但要拿对我有用的东西换。
我擅长格致学，先生擅长推理，这可以交换你的消息吗？
格致学好，能帮我的文章补充些理论知识。
Okay. Miss Wen, why are you here at the ironworks? The ironworks has just won orders from the Zhengtai Railway and the Canton Hankou Railway. However, its products were said to have quality problems. It's at the center of a storm. My journalist intuition tells me that there's an opening for a story here. Former glory gone. Hanyang Ironworks endures... I'm pretty sure that's supposed to say endures hardship. Unless that's a word I just don't know. I don't know that word. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to say endures. How do you make that typo? Is that a word? Anyway. The title alone already sounds interesting. Yet I was halfway done with my draft when this happened. So now you're planning to write about Foreman Thing's falling incident? I'm sorry for what happened, but this is definitely a better story. Okay. What were you doing at the time of the incident, Miss Wen? I was originally planning to take some photos of the factory floor this morning. When I got to the factory floor, I ran into Mr. Lee. He wanted to show me the new metal mixer. It wasn't long after we left the factory floor that we heard an explosion, and we hurried back. Miss Wen, did you arrange the rope barrier at the site of the incident? That's right. If the site is damaged in any way, the news report might be inaccurate. This measure was immensely helpful to the investigation. Well, of course. I'm a senior reporter. Miss Wen, what's the truth that you discovered? You want me to just give you the answers? You'll know soon enough. It's getting late. I still need to go to the metal casting platform to get my camera. Excuse me. Don't forget our promise. Shen, let's start investigating the site as well. We can't lose to Miss Wen. It's not a competition. It's only about the truth, not about winning or losing. I still don't like seeing her so pleased with herself. The shrine is dedicated to the statue of Ganjiang and Moye. Wait. His granny and grandpa? Oh, of course. The shrine is made of rosewood, so it also holds an incense burner and 2 candlesticks. A copper incense burner with 3 sticks of incense placed vertically. Okay. The desk is clean, but the inkstone is covered with dust. It hasn't been used in a long time. Blueprints of the imported furnace are under the paperweight, also documents in foreign languages. These papers are covered in handwritten notes. It seems like Foreman Thing put in a lot of work. Could a craftsman who studies the technology and reads foreign documents be superstitious? It is a bit strange. It's hard to say. My idol, Mr. Newton, was a devout follower of theology in his old age. We should record the condition of the desk first. Code of practice. Rule number 1. Leaving without permission during work hours is prohibited. Rule number 2. Name badges must be hung on the board during working hours. Rule number 3. All of the materials used in production shall be managed by the foreman. Rule number 4. Those who are absent from work will be fined 7 days in wages. Wow, that's harsh. If you forgot to hang your name badge, it would count as skipping work. That's so strict. Wait, what's the clock? Shen, there's a Western wall clock here. The engravings say that this was a gift from the Wuhan Chamber of Commerce for water transport. There's a board made of copper with several rows of hooks on it. Looks like workers need to hang their name badges on this board when they're on duty. Okay, that's just the map. I see. Shen, this is the floor plan of the factory floor. The map looks quite new. It was probably put up not long ago. A working drawing of the open hearth furnace is pasted right beside it. Shen, Miss Wen mentioned going to the metal casting platform to get her camera back. Hi Librom, welcome, happy Sunday. I hope you're enjoying a lovely weekend. I'm just here solving murders. Yep. At least I think this is a murder. This must have been a murder. I don't believe that this was an accident. Could it be that she caused something shocking on the camera? I need to go to the metal casting platform to speak with those who witnessed the incident. Okay, let's go. Where is it? Where is it? Oh. Shen, we'll reach the metal casting platform if we go up from here. Oh, okay, it's just up here. Did I not walk past? Is it here? Metal casting platform. Wait, I have a map. Oh, wrong button. Map. Wait. Wait, it's Wait, how do I get to the other side? Hi Scotty, happy Sunday. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're also enjoying a lovely weekend. What's happening here? The railings on both sides of outlet 1 are movable. It has the same design as outlet 2. I see. But how do I get to the other side? I need to be on the other side. Wait, let me go down. I'm lost. And some Murder Solve a Man game again? Yes, we are back. How do I get to that side? I'm confused. I looked at the map. And I need to get up on the metal casting platform. How do I do that? I can only go left or right. Oh, it's through here. I'm just a dum-dum. Okay. Whoa. Where's the camera? Huh? There's a camera over here. This probably belongs to Miss Wen. It's completely burnt. What a waste of a good camera. Indeed. So this was set up before he fell in. Oh, they moved here. Why do people keep coming up here? I just shoot away a woman and now 2 more guys showed up. It's time for us to start casting ingots, so go back down right now. Awu, it's the detectives. You have to speak more politely. Huh? Isn't that Awu and his master? My apologies for disturbing you both. I still have a few more questions to ask. You're too kind, mister. Just call me old Chow. Happy Sunday set! Welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a lovely weekend. I want to ask everyone, everything. What do the 2 of you think of Foreman Thing? We don't have any particular thoughts about the foreman. Your weekend was lovely. Oh, good to hear, good to hear. You got what you deserved. There's nothing more to say about it. Hope yours amazing too. Yes, it's been a bit busy, but busy in a good kind of way. Yes. I like busy weekends. Although I wish I spent more time on games, but alas. I still had fun though. And there's plenty of time to spend time on games. It was nice. A good busy, exactly. Yeah. Oh god, I need to save. Can I do that mid? I can. Sweet. Save. It has been saved. Thank you so much, Scotty. Is this a murder mystery game? It is. It is. If you're familiar with Ace Attorney, this is very heavily inspired by it. Some of the gameplay is very similar, but it's just, I think it's a bit smaller and arguably a little bit easier. And then the setting obviously is in China. It's a Chinese game. Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. I've already solved 2 murders so far, and I'm currently in the middle of a case where the foreman allegedly accidentally fell into one of the furnace thingies, what's it called? The ladles that was filled with molten steel. And I have my suspicions that it wasn't an accident. So we're here to find out like what happened, basically. Yeah. Very excited. I love these kind of games. I actually wasn't expecting to play these kind of games on stream because there's a lot of dialogue, obviously, because it's a visual novel. But yeah, here we are. I just really wanted to share this game. Ow. From his point of view, anything anyone else did was always wrong. He just didn't like us. No, this one. I love murder mysteries. Oh, great. I'm glad you do. Like-minded people. Ow. There's no fault in the foreman having been strict with his demands. Everyone did as he said, but the last batch of steel rails still got screwed up, didn't it? He was just picking holes. Okay, about the incident then. Basically, most of the workers didn't like the foreman. Were you two the ones who witnessed the process of Foreman Ping's falling incident this morning? Yes. If I could trouble you to please tell me what you saw and heard at the time. This was the first trial production since the furnace was shut down and renovated. Just when we began casting, Awu suddenly said, "The foreman is watching us." There he was, standing next to the outlet. Molten steel was coming out, yet he didn't mind the heat. Are you sure that the person you saw at the time was Foreman Ping? I'm sure. He was leaning on the railing at the time. He looked spiritless and he kept staring downwards. You did not notice Foreman Ping before this moment? No, he just appeared there out of the blue. The railings are super hot when molten steel is pouring out, but he didn't care at all. If he wasn't possessed by something, then what? Old Chow, you said earlier that when you saw Foreman Ping, molten steel was coming out. Did you see Foreman Ping or anyone else open the molten steel outlet shutter? Nope. When we began casting, both molten steel outlets were closed. I remember clearly. I don't know who did it. It wasn't the time to open the shutter yet. And then I just watched as the railing that he was leaning on disappeared. Disappeared. You mean the railing broke off and fell into the molten steel along with him? No! It disappeared, just vanished into thin air. I was watching the entire time. I didn't see anything else fall in. Okay, that's slightly weird. Old Chow, did you also see the railing suddenly disappear? I didn't see it as vividly as Awu did, but the foreman was indeed leaning against the railing and then he suddenly fell into the ladle. Then it exploded and fire was everywhere. When I looked again, he was no longer there and there was no railing either. Did you notice anything unusual about him this morning? He was wearing a headcloth that he usually doesn't wear. Nothing else. Yeah, I saw it too. Gentlemen, we're about to start casting soon. Just go back down already. Don't be in our way. Okay. Oh! Whoa. Ah, interesting. What are you two still doing here? It's too dangerous to stay, sir. Oh, wait, yeah, sorry. I was just watching. Don't mind me. Mr. Shen, Mr. Lee is waiting for you in the office. He said that progress has been made in the case, so he's asking to meet up with you. I've already finished the investigations. Time to discuss with Mr. Deputy Administrator. Let's go. I don't like this patrolman guy. He's very sussy and corrupt. Wait. Investigations have come to a temporary close. Shall we discuss them with Deputy Administrator Lee? Okay, yeah, let's start. I think I have everything I need. Maybe?
本记者已查明丁匠木坠炉一事始末，诸位不妨一起听听。
Okay.
本记者，请说说你的发现吧。
Deduction.
经过调查，我认为丁匠木之死非鬼神作祟，也并非意外事故，而是自杀。
Suicide.
自杀，绝无可能。
Deduction. Oh my god.
今日是马
Wait,
丁
did
市
you
场的紧要
know
关头。
that there's I think there's 2 very short games out on Steam, and it's called The Duck Detective. I'm not sure, but he may have made a similar pun. It was quite funny. It's 2 very, very short games, but they were cute. I like them. The Duck Detective.
丁匠木心系此事，绝不会在今日自杀。
正因为今日重要，他才会选择在今日自杀。
这是为何？
多年来，丁匠木一直痴迷于钻研炼钢技术。他提出的改进炼钢工艺改良之法，据说能大大降低钢铁的成本。汉阳铁厂的钢轨也因此广开销路，接连拿下大额订单。在关键时刻，钢轨却爆出了严重的质量问题，丁匠木难辞其咎。
其实，这事也不能全怪老丁，主要还是所用焦炭的含磷量太高。
为解决问题，丁匠木提出再次改进工艺，并在理会班面前立下了军令状。
Oh, is it called Duck Detective? Actually, I thought it was The Duck Detective. Anyway, yeah, it was something like that. 2 very short, very cute games.
不料，接连几次试产都失败了。绝望的他，只能将希望寄托于迷信传说。
The Duck Detective.
所以，今早是一场策划过的自杀，或者说是献祭。
A sacrifice. Wait, so she says that he sacrificed himself to those 2 gods in the shrine and to what's it called? To help the factory?
这难道真是本班给他的压力太大了？
悲喜，匠木血肉铸铁钢，民族工业路何方？
Why'd you have to make it rhyme? Foreman melts body to iron and steel. National industry less than ideal.
这就是我下一篇报道的标题了。
Oh boy.
文小姐这么肯定丁匠木是自杀， 可是掌握了什么证据？
Yes, give us cold hard evidence.
我在公事房的书桌上发现了丁将木的绝笔
Oh wait,
信。
there was actually a suicide note? What?
等一下，等一
We
下，
didn't see it.
绝笔信在哪儿？我们怎么没看到过呀？
如此重要的新闻材料，当然得保护起来了。
你
She
怎么能私
took
藏证物呢？
evidence from the crimes. No, not the crime scene, but she took evidence.
公事房里人多手杂，我担心线索遗失，才代为保管。怎么能算私藏呢？
文小姐，可否将信件借我一看？
可以，这信也没什么特别的。
多年以来，
Indeed,
吾费心
safekeeping.
尽力，只求练得好钢。然而，无论尝试何种方法，均无法成功。看来，吾当效法干将莫邪，以无身驯鹿。如此，定能感动上苍。丁大风于平卢车间公事房绝笔。
先生，真的是一封绝笔信。
I guess it can be
大人，
interpreted
上面的
as
笔记
such.
倒很像是老丁的。
文记者没有损坏证物吧？
怎么可能？我是原封不动将它收好的。
既然如此，许恒，你去草拟一份公告，通告事件始末，以平息流言。
且慢，这封信有问题。
There is? I mean, there is. Of course.
这封信很普通啊，
How could they
有
not
什么
see
问
it?
题？
信中的细节之处与已有的证据相冲突。
Exactly.
文小姐，我会一句一句的回顾这封绝笔信上的内容，对有问题的句子提出质疑，
Of course.
然后将有疑问的内容与收集到的证物进行比对。如果找到了与绝笔信内容有矛盾的证物，我会出示给你看。
好啊，那就开始吧。
The problem on the suicide note.
多年以
Okay.
来，
Wait, hold on. Let me save. Let me save.
吾费心尽力，只求练得好钢。
For many years, I've given my all to try and make good steel. That's okay. That's valid.
然而，
Nevertheless,
无论尝试何种
all
方
of
法
my，attempts and
均无法
methods
成
have
功。
ended in failure. Okay.
看来，
Seems that
吾
I
当
should
效
follow
法
the
干将莫
example
邪，
of Gan
以无身
Zhang
驯
and
鹿。
Moye.
如此，
Sacrificing
定能感
myself
动
to
上
the
苍。
furnace will surely move the hearts of the gods.
丁大风
The last
平卢
words
车
of
间
Ding
公事房
Dafeng written
绝
in
笔。
the office of the furnace factory floor. Wait, can I have a take a look? Can I? Okay, let's hear. Standing over 2 meters tall, it can hold 30 tons of molten steel at a time. Workers witness fermenting falling into it. Small particles with a lingering pungent odor. Could this be phosphorus? On the desk sat a desk lamp, a paperweight, drawings, a pen holder, inkstone, and other items. Dust on inkstone. So he couldn't have written this in the office because the inkstone, or at least the state of it, implies that it hasn't been used in a very long time. So I think it's this one. Dust on inkstone. Let me question this. I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna try this. I have no idea if I'm right.
文小姐认为，丁
Oh,
将木
I'm
是在
right.
公事
Okay,
房
okay.
何处写下的这封绝笔信？
这封信是用毛笔写的，自然是在公事房的书桌上。
那你可曾注意到公事房书桌上的砚台？
砚台。
这封绝笔信确实是用毛笔所写，信的落款也提到于公事房绝笔。
It's weird to say that you would mention in a suicide note where you had written that note. I don't know. I think for me it's a weird thing to do. Like why would you specifically mention that?
可公事房中仅有的砚台上，墨迹已经干裂，还积了一层灰，显然许久未被使用。这两者之间存在明显的矛盾。这封信不是在公事房写的。
Aha!
本就多灰尘，就算有积灰也很正常。
但桌面上并没有多少灰尘，那座神龛更是一尘不染。可见，只有砚台许久未用。
如果丁匠木随身携带了笔墨呢？
I get, but why would he?
哪有人会随身携带砚台啊？这也太强词夺理了吧！
难道侦探先生能否定这种可能吗？
文小姐当然可以做此假设，但这封信上还有一处细节与落款所题相悖。
Is there? Is there? Is there? Point out the place that contradicts with the signature. What signature? Is it in the shape of the paper or the way it's folded? Why would it be folded if he wrote it there and put it on the desk? Like if he wrote the suicide note there on that desk, there would have been no reason to fold it up, right? Can I point it out like this? Oh, I don't know.
沈先生是说折痕有问题。
Yes.
正是。文小姐曾说，为防止证物被破坏，特意将信原封不动地收好。因此，这折痕并不是文小姐造成的，对吗？
Yeah, we can assume that she was not the one who folded it up because she said she had kept it exactly the way she found it.
没错，折痕不是我造成的。
你发现时，信被平摊在公事房的桌上，对吗？
是，到底有什么问题？
Okay, so someone planted it there.
信纸有折痕，折叠信纸一般是为了方便携带。若信真的是丁匠木自尽前在公事房写下的，
Then he would have no need to fold up the letter.
又何必要把它折起来，多此一举呢？
也许信是在其他地方写的吧。
可信上明明写着“于平炉车间公事房绝笔”。
的确如此。
难道这封绝笔信是伪造的？
没错，有人想要掩盖丁匠木死亡的真相。
什么？丁匠木之死有何掩盖的必要？
Because it was murder. Hold on, I need to close my window because it is raining really hard right now. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back.
他跌进炉子时，工人们看得清清楚楚啊！
大人， 会不会是目击的工人有所隐瞒呢？
I don't think it were those two
五旬丁，
people.
去将事发时在场的工人都请来问话。
I think they were supposed to be the witness. They were supposed to be witnesses to this, you know, quote unquote accident. So I'm not sure they're involved.
是。
I mean, that patrol guy looks the most sussy out of
侦探
everyone
先生
here.
关于绝笔信的问题，你还没有完全说服我。我们谁都无法准确揣测一个人临终前的心境。丁匠木为方便自己，而在其他地方写好信，然后放到公事房里让人发现，也
Why
是可能的。
why would he do that? Why would he then write that it was written in his office?
这个可能性虽低，但的确存在。所谓孤证不立，此信还需结合其他证据，再做追究。
那便将绝笔信之事暂押，先探讨其他疑点。
好，
大人，老赵和阿武到了。
进来吧。
Oh, it's Zhao, not Chao.
你们二人再将早晨的情形复述一遍，不可遗漏任何细节。
一上午都说了很多次了。
阿武，好好回大人的话。
哦。当时我和师傅正在浇筑钢锭，浇着浇着，我突然看到了匠木。当时他正倚在2号钢水口旁的栏杆上。
It could be that he was already dead at that time. And then the murderer planted him there to make it look like it was an accident. And he died in the furnace.
阿武提醒我匠木在对面时，我发现他身后的钢水闸也打开了。
项目出现的同时，闸门也开了。
我想，应该是他自己打开的吧。然后，过了不久，匠木忽然扑了下去，紧接着，钢水包就炸了。
两人刚刚的说法中，存在一处隐蔽的矛盾，与这一件证
There
据有
is.
关。
I mean, yeah. There's one contradiction, and I'm gonna point it out.
当时我和师傅正在浇筑钢锭，
Okay, let's see. At the time, my master and I were in the middle of casting ingots. Okay.
浇着浇着，我突然看到
So
了
we
匠木。
saw Foreman
当时他
Ting.
正倚在2号钢水口旁的栏杆上。
Or it was Ting, actually, Foreman Ting. He was resting against the railing next to outlet number 2. Okay.
这个时候，我发现匠木身后的钢水闸也开了。
I noticed the outlet
应该是他
shutter
自己
behind
打开的
him
吧。
was open. He likely opened it himself. Okay, so I would say that that's not possible. Because it's on the right side and it's quite long. Unless he opened it before and then went back around to stand on the left side of the gutter. To minimize the risk of burns, the lever was made long for operators to open the molten steel gate from a safe distance. And he's not exactly standing at a safe distance right now. I feel like I should present this piece of evidence, but let me save first, just in case. Let's see what else we have.
过了不久，匠木忽
Seconds
然扑了
after,
下去。
Ting suddenly dived
紧接着
forward.
钢水
Right
包就
after
炸
that, the
了。
ladle exploded.
然
Throughout this entire process, we didn't see another person on the other side. I cannot disprove that, so I think it's this one.
钢水闸不可能是丁匠木自己打开的，现场绝不只有他一人。
为什么？
钢水闸的拉杆很长， 若想拉开它，必须站在钢水槽的另一侧。但是2位工人看到的，却是丁匠木出现的同时，闸门也开了。这不是一个人能做到的。
不一定是完全同时。毕竟，我和阿武也不是一直盯着对面看。
侦探先生，丁匠木先拉开闸门，再快速走到钢水包前，不可以吗？
Well, why would he do that?
不可行，因为现场存在此物。
Wait. Point out the reason why it was impossible to reach the ladle that quickly. You would have to jump over this, right? I think it's this.
我刚才说过，钉匠木操作拉杆后，必须跨过钢水槽才能走到坠炉的位置。可一旦钢水闸打开，槽中会注满1600度的钢水，人根本无法通过。想走到坠炉的位置，他就必须经过平炉背面的加
Yeah,
料
that's
区
what I said. He had to
从另一
walk
侧
like
绕过
around it to reach the left side.
这不是短时间内能做到的。
也许丁匠木提早打开了钢水闸，只是碰巧老赵和阿武没看到呢。
我留意过，之前闸门一直是关着的，不骗你。
即使老赵和阿武可能会漏看，丁匠木经过加料区时，还会遇到填料工老李。可老李却
Yeah,
对
he
他的
was
出现毫
working
不知
all
情，
day
这又如何
yesterday.
解释呢？
He for
难
sure
道
would
是
have
五
seen
鬼
him.
搬运？
是不是神像显灵了？
作祟的不是鬼神，是人心。在丁匠木坠楼的现场，一定还存在另一个人。当丁匠木倚靠在栏杆上时，是他拉开了闸门。
等一等，炉子的正面有老赵和阿武看着，背面有老李在。如果现场真的存在另一个人，他怎么可能不被人看到？
只要利用这件证物，他就能巧妙地将自己隐藏起来。
Oh my god. Hold on. I think it's the headdress. The headcloth? Maybe.
帮助疑犯隐藏行踪的证据，
Nope, it's not
就
that.
在何
Wait,
思氏的证言。
wait, what could it have been then?
之中，
Wait, let me finish this.
这话
我知道了。不对，我看得清清楚楚，就是匠木本人。
侦探先生，即便有人伪装成了丁匠木的样子，也无法解释他是如何同时出现在钢水槽两侧的吧？
容我再想想。只要利用这件证物，他就能巧妙地将自己隐藏起来。
They would be able to conceal themselves tactfully. Wait, is it the ladle? Were they hiding behind this somehow? But that one was on the ground floor. I don't have any other seemingly relevant evidence to this part. I guess it's this one. It's not that one.
那人想要隐藏行踪，只要利用好钢水包即可。
我明白了，先生说的是视野盲区。
所谓盲区，是指视线不能到达的区域吗？
没错，这个钢水包高2米，直径近1.5米，肯
Was
定
he
会挡住
hanging
老赵和阿武
onto
的
that
部分视
thing
线。
while it was... No, wait, they just didn't see him. I don't think the murderer had anything to do with it. They just couldn't see him because the ladle was blocking their vision.
可是，我和师傅浇筑时站在不同的位置，浇筑时的分工也是一人作业，一人观察。我们俩中总会有一人看着对面的。
老赵，你和阿武作业时站在哪里？和钢水包的距离又如何？
我平时站在钢水包左边，阿武就站我旁边，我们都离钢水包比较近。
我在浇筑平台上观察过二位工作，二位的视野经钢水包遮挡，都存在盲区，且2个盲区是有交集的。那便是疑犯躲藏的地方。
可是我和师傅又不是只傻站着，钢水包一动，我们也会跟着走啊！一走不就看到他了吗？
你们一直跟着钢水包走，却看不到钢水包后的疑犯，是因为
The reason why you would not be able to see the suspect is because I don't think there is an absolute blind spot. I think he just moved with the ladle. I guess?
这很简单，他跟着钢水包一起移动，就能一直待在视野盲区中了。
啊，这……
没错，那人只要跟着钢水包走，确保自己看不见对面的工人就行了。因为光路是可逆的嘛。
真是有趣的方法。若是刊登在小说专栏里，读者们会津津乐道呢。不过，侦探先生恐怕忘了，钉匠木坠炉时引发了爆炸。如果当时有人在2号炉前的平台上，不死也会身受重伤的吧？
可今日坠炉事件并未有其他人员伤亡。
这又如何解释呢？
我想，疑犯或许可以在这里躲避。
哦。They not have gone behind here. It's the only way.
2号炉右侧的通道并没有被波及，他当时可在此处躲避。
Whoa. Oh, thank you for the save. I need... I couldn't save earlier, because I usually save before the game lets me make a choice or present evidence, but I couldn't back then. G-Man, happy Sunday! Anyway, I saved. And thank you for the hydrate, Librum. I need that. Whoa. Okay. Anyways, I hope you're having a great weekend, G-Man. Welcome, welcome. We're solving an accident which turned out to be a murder. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun here.
经钢水包掩护，爆炸发生时，他的位置已经离通道不远。趁钉匠木的出现吸引了工人的注意，他躲进通道，顺利脱险。
听起来，这个嫌犯不但熟悉炼钢的流程，还深谙人心呢。
可这还是不对啊！
阿武，老爷们说话哪轮得到你插嘴？
阿武， 你觉得哪里还有问题？
我明明看到降木靠在栏杆上，栏杆突然消失了，才导致他翻下去的。
You were grinding Pokemon from 8 a.m. Damn. Full-time job playing
若不是神
Pokemon
像显灵，栏杆怎会突然消失呢？
at Pokemon Go.
弟弟，栏杆是不会凭空消失的，这个世界也不存在鬼神。
Your feet are tired, I can imagine.
可我明明看见了，我发誓。
I hope you had fun though, even though your feet hurt.
我也很确定，你看错了。
Huh?
人在紧张或是害怕时，很容易出现记忆错乱。
我没看错。
文记者为何如此确定阿武看错了？
昨天傍晚我拍照时，那里就没有栏杆了。
The railing was already missing.
晚上值夜班的只有田廖宫老李。我问过他，他没去装过栏杆。不信的话，你看这张照片。
Chong is the murderer. There is no Chong in this game or in this case. Oh wait, is it is it the guy sitting in the middle? I actually forgot his name. Is it that guy? You think it's the guy in the middle? It's possible. I, for some reason, am placing my bets on the patrol guy on the left side because I just don't like his face. I don't like his expression.
可我明明看见他倚着栏杆。你呀，少当出头鸟，言多必有失啊。
沈先生，若钢水包上方没有栏杆，说明丁教木是自己站在那里的。工人们又很确定他的周围没有人，那他是怎么跌入钢水包中的呢？
所以我说他是自杀啊。不过，结合侦探先生刚才的推论，或许有人在协助他自杀，也说不定啊。
栏杆消失，丁教木坠落，或许
The
与这件证物有
disappearance
关
of。the railing and things falling. Okay, I need to save if I screw up again. The disappearance of the railing and things falling may be connected to this. I mean, we did find this residue there. Grayish white powder found below the railing at the incident site. So maybe as soon as the molten iron came out after this shutter was lifted, the railing melted. After which he fell over into the ladle. I think that's the case.
这是阿福在栏杆附近找到的粉末，这些粉末实际上是灰白色小颗粒，还残留着刺鼻的味道。
这是某种物质烧焦后的残留，目前我们只在坠炉现场的栏杆附近找到过。
这的确不是炼钢会用到的东西。
我们怀疑疑犯在现场布置了某种机关装置，造成丁匠木坠落。
真没想到，一个坠炉事故的背后竟如此复杂。
机关装置
This was
倒是有
murder.
不错的新闻点。那到底是什么样的机关呢？
这个嘛，我们还需要再花时间研究一下。
自强运动期间，本办见识了不少西洋机器，新奇精巧，着实令人叹为观止。
I don't understand anything, but I'm happy I'm also on the right. Oh yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, if you're not reading along with me. I did mention before that I would save my voice, and if there is any voice acting, I would just let them speak. And if there's no voice acting, then I would narrate it myself.
若真
But
能
this
还
is all
原机关，
voiced.
整件事倒是基本说通
Don't
了。
worry. I will explain it later. I will explain my reasoning as we go. You don't need to worry about anything else.
确非鬼神作祟，而是机器使然呐。但本办还有一点未想通。疑犯所需完成的一系列筹谋颇为复杂，且离不开丁将木的配合。
Thank you for the head pad. Thank you.
丁将木又为何会乖乖任人摆布呢？
I think when he fell, he was already dead. There's no other way. There's no other way that, you know, he couldn't have just stood there as the molten steel was flowing next to him and he just did not respond. He was just standing there and then suddenly he fell over. So I'm pretty sure that he was already dead at that point.
那时的丁将木恐怕已经凶多吉少了。
Come to harm, indeed. That's a very nice way to put it.
阿武说他看到丁将木时，丁将木正靠在栏杆上，直勾勾地看着下方。栏杆温度很高，但他并
Did
不
he choke on a grape? We don't know yet.
因为当时的他
We don't know.
已经感觉不到烫了。他的眼睛也不是在看下方，而是闭着。这也解释了为什么丁将木不是跳下去，而是扑下去的。因此，我怀疑这是一起凶案。
Yes, this was murder.
凶案。
The man was murdered.
大人，我们还需再做一轮补充调查。目前虽已大致推断出了疑犯的作案手法，但仍还有很多疑团未解开。
比如疑犯是如何离开现场的？
Yes.
还有疑犯的身份、作案动机，现在一点头绪都没有呢。
丁将木为人执拗，私下或得罪了不少人，但他一心为场，不该遭此不幸。只是眼下，铁厂一天也耽搁不起了。
大人，凶案性质不同，若歹人连环作案，对铁厂造成的损失不可估量。
What, you think it's a serial killer? I don't
如果
think
明
so.
早还
I
没
think
定
it was
论，
someone with a
可先
grudge.
起草公告压下舆论，再细细调查。
I think you know the cause of death. Oh no. Was it my big sheep? Oh my gosh.
况且，我相信侦探先生一定会在明早之前查明真相，
Oh, the
对
pressure.
吧，大侦探？
沈某尽力。
那就依文小姐的建议来吧。
先生，文小姐怎么又忽然帮我们说话了？
I think the scoop of a homicide is more interesting than an accident at a steel factory. I think that's the reason. And she wants to be the first to get her hands on this scoop. I think that's the only reason why she's helping us.
她好像也完全不在意输给了先生。
我听到了，小弟弟，谁要跟你比赛了？
对文小姐来说，更看重的应该是新闻。
Exactly.
坠
The
炉
news
事
is
故
more
玄机
important.
场，揭示阴谋侦探盲。这个标题怎么样呢？
Falling incident shrouded with mystery. Detective tries to uncover conspiracy. I wonder if she's
先生，
going to be
我们接下来怎么办？
a recurring character, if she's gonna appear more often in the subsequent cases. Purely based on her design, because she looks a bit more detailed. I play as Shen Zhongping. Yes, I was thinking he was the culprit. No, it's not him. We are the detective. We're here to solve the case. Although we did get accused of murder in the beginning, but we solved that one. And now we're just here as
丁
detectives.
将木已经遭遇不测了，说明平楼2层很可能不是案发的第一现场。
Yeah, so we need to find the actual crime scene, and we need to find out how he died, because his corpse is no longer there. We cannot perform an autopsy because his body is ashes. Or even less.
得想办法找到第一现场才行。
Let me think. These particles only appeared at the site of the incident, likely related to some mechanism. Afu, do you remember what it is? Not yet, but its smell is really familiar. I'll keep an eye out for it in the ironworks. Okay. So he's obsessed with studying technology and also extremely superstitious. Judging from the previous investigation, Formantin was obsessed with steelmaking technology. Then again, all oddities related to the shrine also indicate that he was worshipping a statue. Maybe he was just too focused on achieving success. That's why he decided to go to extremes. Or perhaps the statue holds a different meaning for him? The site of the incident was under watch before and after, yet no one saw them. Even if the suspect used the ladle to stay undercover and avoided the sight of Old Zhao and Awu, how were they able to leave the scene completely undetected? After the incident, workers were fighting the fire in front of the furnace. They would have seen them if they walked out from the front. Wait, there's an elevator in the back on the second floor. I'm gonna assume that they used that to escape. I believe their safest choice would be exactly the elevator in the charging area behind the furnace. But Old Lee said that he didn't see anyone unless he... We need to reinvestigate the surroundings of the charging area. In the event that Formantin was murdered, what's the assailant's motive? Formantin is really unpopular. No one likes him. It feels like everyone has a motive. Oh, primary crime scene. No body, no autopsy. There's no way to know what unforeseen mishap Formantin ran into. Shen, how are we supposed to find the primary crime scene? We don't even know if he was already dead or in a state of unconsciousness before he fell. We need to broaden the scope of our investigation. Let's look into places that Formantin had been to before the incident. Okay, let me save. I have my work cut out for me. I want to go back. Oh, I haven't checked this yet. Steel ingots casted from molten steel in ladle number 2 after the incident. Oh, so he's probably like... His body is probably somewhere in there. Oh, it will not be in there. It will be in the slag, I think they called it. According to Ava, the remains of the deceased will not be within them. Kenneth, happy Sunday! Welcome, welcome. Just wanted to tell you that today. Consider this your reminder that someone is grateful for your existence because you deserve to know how much you matter and are loved. Thank you, thank you. I hope you're having a lovely weekend. We're here solving murders as usual. I mean, not as usual. As usual, the last 2 weeks. Let's take another look at the map. No new information here. I can't take another look at the shrine. Let me talk to this guy. Your Honor, there are a few questions about the shrine that I would like to ask you. There's no harm in asking. The greatest detective, Maggie. The demon detective. I heard that Mr. Deputy Administrator was the one who arranged the statue. Formantin repeatedly asked me to invite the gods in, and I couldn't argue with him. He was quite concerned about this and even built the shrine by himself. Who would know that after the gods were invited in, all these terrible things would happen? So Formanting built the shrine and the altar by himself. Shen, we didn't check the altar beneath the shrine earlier. No matter, feel free to investigate it. As long as you can solve the case as soon as possible. Let's take a look at this. A wooden altar, so simple in structure that it doesn't even have a drawer. There are 3 sticks of incense placed vertically on the incense burner. There is half a stick of red candle on the candlestick that has already been put out. A shrine made of rosewood. The carvings aren't that meticulous. You could even say it's ugly. So Formanting built this with his own hands. Wait, I can't go any further. It won't let me. What about the right candle? I don't see anything out of the ordinary. A statue of Ganjiang Moye. It's just a normal statue with no mechanisms or secret compartments. There has to be something here. Oh, what's this? Wait, won't it let me check this? Is that nothing? Am I imagining things? It feels like there's something tucked under the statues. Why can't I click on it? Interesting. I guess not then. Oh gosh, thank you for the posture check. And the hydrate. And the stretch, thank you. Everyone take care of yourself. Also drink some. Oh my gosh, happy Christmas. I can't actually save right now. Oh wait, it's because I zoomed in there. I'm a dum-dum. Let me take a look at the back. There's a secret compartment here. Let me just rotate these things so that I can open the back. Ugh. Why is the cursor so slow? So slow. Yes. Okay. It's okay. Take your time. Take your time. I have all afternoon. I'm gonna save after this, I promise. It's open. Aha! Oh my god. Look, Shen, there are a lot of containers and regions in the secret compartment. It appears this is the true secret of the shrine. Oh. What's this? There are 3 bottles placed on this shelf, one of which has been sealed at the mouth. The 2 pieces of steel soaked in regions seems to have been corroded. One of the labels says, sample made by pig iron burnt with coal from Westphalia. The other label says, sample made by a mixture of Chinese copries and anthracite. Okay. I can't read the label on the bottle clearly, so I'll open it. Okay. There's a gunpowder smell. I got it, Shen. This bottle contains concentrated nitric acid. And there's something that used to be here. There's a black mark on the partition board that feels hollow to the touch. It's the result of corrosion. Okay. Ammonia, sodium hydroxide. There are all kinds of reagents placed on this shelf. A crucible, an iron flame, a funnel, a beaker? A conical flask, a dropper. These are all common appliances used for chemical experiments that are placed on the shelf. I see. So he was... I mean, he was just conducting some experiments, I guess. I didn't expect there was a whole set of chemical appliances hidden within the shrine. So he was actually secretly conducting experiments instead of worshipping gods. I never knew any of this. Oh, let me save. I said I would save. Mr. Deputy Administrator, would it be possible to ask you a few more questions? About the appliances. Has Mr. Deputy Administrator ever seen these chemical appliances in the shrine? I never knew that he was secretly conducting experiments. However, these appliances do look like the ones used in the laboratory in the backyard. Is it possible that Foreman Thing borrowed these from the laboratory? I can't be sure, but Foreman Thing used to be the assistant to Mr. Robinson, the chemist there. Later on, when we needed a foreman on the factory floor, Mr. Robinson recommended him. Is it not true that he is overqualified for the job as a foreman? It is indeed more laborious and dangerous to work on the factory floor than a laboratory. However, he had great enthusiasm for steelmaking. So what was he actually researching? And is it possible that he was murdered because of his research or the results thereof? I recall you once said that he had always been studying open hearth steelmaking technology? Yes, he wanted to improve the formulation of steel to reduce cost and increase efficiency. The minerals obtained by our ironworks are mostly phosphate rocks left over by the Japanese. To produce good steel, we had to buy pricey phosphorus-free coke from the foreigners. Not only are production costs high, the quality has always been unstable. After we used open hearth process, the product quality has improved, but the costs are still high. Ping suggested replacing foreign coke with a mixture of Pingxiang coke breeze and anthracite. The steel would then be refined in the open hearth furnace as phosphorus is removed. The open hearth process uses the alkaline furnace, which is good at removing phosphorus. Nevertheless, this has nothing to do with the chemical appliances in the shrine. I heard from the workers that there was a problem with a batch of the products. Things methods reduced cost by 1/3. That's a lot. We also did some tests on its mechanical properties. The results are good. Therefore, we trial-produced a batch of steel rails. Good quality and low price helped us get orders from many railways. But that's when things went wrong. Oh, indeed. The test report from London came back saying that there were quality problems with our products. The report says that the carbon content of the steel was too low to be durable. The phosphorus content was too high and has prospects of fragmentation. As a result, the construction company for the railways refused to accept our steel rails. The public also accused us of cutting corners on such an important matter. felt so ashamed. Wait, now suddenly he has motive, this guy with the glasses. I'm sure Foreman Thing was also under a lot of stress too. After that incident, Foreman Thing's condition hadn't been so good. So he was actually secretly conducting experiments instead of worshipping gods. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Administrator. Afu and I shall continue investigating following this clue. I don't think I can go out. Okay. Let's go to the elevator area. Wait, it's empty now. I can take a look. This is a desk that Supervisor Huo moved here temporarily. There is a headcloth on the desk. Supervisor Huo was using it to bag the money. There is an account book next to it. Let me take a look. Old Lee's wages were deducted a lot. The reason is because he skipped work multiple times. Awu's wages were the second most deducted for being late. Old Zhao's have also been deducted. These are circumstances worth keeping in mind. Shen, this door leads to the backyard. Let's head over there and take a look. Sure, I guess. Ooh, what's this? This monument was erected in Hanyang Ironworks when Hanyang Ironworks was first put into operation. Ah, okay. At the time, there were quite a few foreign engineers who came to work at the ironworks. What's here? Oh, it's the chemist. This laboratory is huge. Well, speak of the devil. I was just telling Mr. Robinson about you two detectives. There are a few questions we would like to ask Mr. Robinson. Of course, allow me to introduce you. This is Mr. Robinson, a chemist from England. He's also the head of this laboratory. Mr. Robinson, this is Mr. Shen. Beside him is his assistant, Afu. Mr. Shen, I did hear thy deductions are marvelous. This case is still under investigation, so your cooperation would be greatly appreciated. If it be true, thither is aught I can help thee with, prithee did let me know. Oh my gosh, can't they speak normally? I'm already ESL, please, go easy on me. Mr. Robinson, I'm also really interested in chemistry. If there are some experiments that come to mind, can I borrow your laboratory table? Aye, aye. I don't want to talk to this guy, but I guess I have no choice. Oh hey, she's here. What's this? There are some paper ashes in the brazier that seem to have burnt out not long ago. Someone burning evidence? This brazier brings back some bad memories. Indeed. A complete account of iron manufacture, electricity. The bookshelf is full of technical books. The remaining documents are all in foreign languages. Natural Philosophy is the first book I read about the study of physics. Miss Wen, are you also here to investigate the laboratory? I'm here for the photos. The camera was destroyed, but fortunately the film inside was untouched. Mr. Robinson from the laboratory helped me develop them. What kind of photos did you take? Can we have a look? I only took a few, and most of them are scenery shots. You can see for yourself. Shen, let's take a look at Miss Wen's photos. One moment, there are still a few questions that I would like to ask Miss Wen. Ask away, great detective. As you are writing a report on the ironworks, you must know its recent developments. Well, of course, I'm a senior reporter. it's really difficult for national enterprises like the Hanyang Ironworks to develop and grow. They need to buy foreign equipment. Even mineral resources are controlled by foreigners. At the market, foreigners control the right to build most railways in China. They're the ones who decide whose steel rails to buy and what the standards for testing are. Take the Shanghai-Nanjing Railway with a British chief engineer, for example. The agreement specifies that the British in charge of purchasing take a commission of 5%. Naturally, the British will choose to buy Western products to gain more profit. When they purchase steel rails, they would nitpick at Hanyang Ironworks products. Recently, the ironworks is more competitive due to a new method that greatly reduces costs. However, rumors about the bad quality of its steel rails have sent the ironworks to rock bottom. No wonder Deputy Administrator Li seems so anxious. That's why he hopes that my news report can help them restore their reputation. I see. A stack of documents, a bottle of ink, and a quill pen are placed on the desk. Huh? This is a chemical test report for steel. Sample made from Westphalian coke. The results relate only to the tested sample as received. Approved by Robinson. Steel in this report is made by using coal from Westphalia. All indexes are up to standard. Steel in this report was made by a mixture of Chinese coke breeze and anthracite. What a shame. Due to the high phosphorus content, fragmentation easily appears in the steel. It seems that the choice of fuel really affects the quality of the steel. Let's check her photos. Oh. On the left is a photo of Hanyang Ironworks freight dock. In the middle is a photo of the molten steel basin. We've seen this before. This photo was taken in the office on the furnace factory floor. Okay. The office in the photo looks different to what it's like now. Yeah. Where's the shrine? And where's the clock? Miss Wen, was this photo taken yesterday evening as well? Yep. What about it? This detail in the photo differs from how the office is now. That seems quite peculiar. Oh wait, it's right here. What, this bag of gold? Can I cannot. Point out the place that is odd in this photo. Is it the bag of gold? Or the silver, actually? I don't think it's anything else. And it's possible that the clock was actually up higher here. I'm not sure. The rules were there, the tags were there, the map was there. I guess he's holding a brush and a notebook. I'm just gonna tap anything. I'm not sure it matters. Shed the money back and the money on the desk disappeared without a trace. This money was probably taken to pay wages, right? That's right, but there's nothing peculiar about that. Okay, let's take another look. It was not... Wait, I'm gonna guess it's the Western clock that used to be here. It's not the right spot? Okay, my bad. The rules were also there. Wait, if this was last night... Wait, when was the guy murdered? This morning, right? Is it a person? Is he not supposed to be here? I wish I could go back to the dialogue. I wish I could go back. I don't want to press hint. I'm just gonna keep guessing until I get it. Let me take a look at his face. This was last night. It's not. The tags. The map. The map? Wait, but it was there. Oh, the blueprints. The blueprints on the wall changed. Did it? It did? Wait, who would remember that? In the photo, a flowchart of the seal-making process was placed above the map. But now it's a working drawing of the open hearth furnace. Furthermore, the map in the photo looks evidently more worn down. Who did it? Why would they suddenly make such a change? When the incident occurred, I was in the office. The blueprints were switched out then. Shan, do you think this could be related to Foreman Ting's death? It's hard to believe that there's no connection whatsoever between these two. Could it be that the suspect did it? We cannot rule out the possibility that Foreman Ting did this.
丁教木有必要把流程图替换成施工图吗？
I would think not. But if he did, then he must have had a very compelling reason. Also, what the heck? You scared me. Oh my gosh.
能不能不要一惊一乍的？
Could you not surprise me like that?
能不能不要顾左右而言他？回答我。丁教木有必要把流程图替换成施工图吗？
I guess so. There was no need. Like, why would he?
没必要。
But he did it
两个
anyway,
屏幕都
so
已经涂
why
上
did that happen?
丁教木没必要再把施工图挂出来。从这个角度说，大概不会是丁教木换的，其他的工人也没理由这么干。
So then, what was the reason it was swapped?
除非是疑犯。
But why would the suspect do it?
疑犯有什么必须要替换图纸的理由吗？
Does the suspect have a valid reason to replace the blueprint? I guess it's to destroy specific information. I guess the blueprint would have specific information that is relevant for this case, to solve this case, maybe?
显然，纸上有些信息是他不希望我们看到的，为了销毁它们，才把2张图纸都替换。
Oh wait, that's the remaining burnt paper in the brazier. They probably destroyed it.
所以呢，是什么样的信息？
What kind of information?
照片中的2张图纸并没有特别之处，上面也没有手写的痕迹。那张地图，甚至跟现在的地图是一模一样的，除了破旧些。
Is it? Is it the exact same?
这说明，
What do you mean was concealed, was left alone? Wait, I don't know what these sentences mean.
也许信息是通过某种隐蔽的方式存在的，比如用特殊方式才能显现的墨水，又或者纸张经过了某种特殊的处理。假设真有那么隐蔽的信息，也不用换图纸了。这说明，
What do they mean with was left alone? The information was left alone?
只能是后留下的信息，说明从昨天傍晚文记者拍照片后到今晨，
After the photo was
这期间
taken, new information
被
was
撕掉的
appeared
图
on
纸
the
上
blueprints
出
that
现
were
了新的信
torn
息。
off. Oh, and so it was replaced with the original one because they didn't want the new information to be revealed. Okay.
所以，新出现的信息是什么？
So what is the new information? That's a very good
可能性太多
question,
了。
sir.
不，疑
The
犯隐瞒
suspect
证据
has
的理由只
only
有一
one
个：
reason to hide evidence.
为隐藏的证据会暴露他的罪行。
What, like
有人一直在营造
blood?
传说杀人假象，但实际，丁匠木在坠楼时，大概率已经遭遇不
So
测。
something appeared on that blueprint which forced the killer to remove said footprint.
这意
Blueprint.
味着，图纸上新出现的信息是
Probably bloodstains.
可能性最大的是
It's not
血迹。
bloodstains.
疑犯想要营造传说杀人的假象。如果车间里发现了血迹，他的诡计就暴露了。证据，给我一个能佐证你推理的证据。证据，
I have
还有
evidence.
什么证据
I have
是我之前没
evidence
考虑
to
过的？
prove that he was.
能侧面佐
the-
证死者受伤流血的证据是
Okay, so he had the headdress, which he usually doesn't wear, but he was wearing it that evening. A headcloth. That's the evidence.
是的。早上丁匠木很反常的戴了头巾，
And that
头巾
was
的
to
作用
cover up the
可能是
head
遮挡头上的伤痕和
on
血
the
迹。
wound. On the wound on his head.
不过，这还不足以证实刚刚的假设。可惜，尸体损毁了，否则一验便知。即便是假设，它至少能说明
Even if it's just a hypothesis, it at least tells us that.
案发的第一现场很可能就在公事房。
Okay, so he was murdered in the office. Shen, are you alright? Did your headache act up again? I'm fine. Just now, I have understood something. It's most likely that the office was the primary crime scene. The blueprints were switched out because blood splattered across them. Whoa! So that's what it was. However, this is just a hypothesis. We need to find a way to prove it. If blood splattered onto the blueprints, we should be able to find bloodstains on the wall. But we didn't find anything at all, so it must have been wiped clean. If only we could find a way to test for it. There are several test tubes and a scale on the laboratory table. What else is there? A variety of reagents are displayed in this cabinet. Hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, sulfuric acid, ammonia, hydrogen peroxide. They really do have everything. Afu, what kind of experiments are these reagents used for? They're mainly used to test the composition of minerals and steel. I see. Shen, are you alright? I am fine. I just remembered a few unpleasant memories. What was that? As long as you're fine. Shen, I just found a bottle of reagent that's quite rare. Perhaps it can be of use. Shen, I've got an idea. In my father's notes, I once read about an ammonia powder that glows when it reacts with blood. I never thought this laboratory would have it. See, this one. The scientific name for it is 3-aminophthalhydrazide. I can try to prepare a blood detection reagent. That would be wonderful. Let's go borrow Mr. Robinson's laboratory table. Okay, let's go. Oh my god, I need to do... Okay, I got this. It's time to prepare the blood detection reagent. Remember, left for items, right for weights. I just need to follow my father's notes step by step. I'm sure it will be made perfectly. Okay. Can I, oh, I just clicked this. So I need 2 grams of luminol. Good luck. Thank you, Libram. I need 9 mils of water, 40 mils of H2O2. I forgot what that was called. And then 6 grams of... Forgot what that was. So I have 2 grams of luminol and 90 grams of water. Where's water? Where's water? Oh, I can go to the right. I cannot. Oh, I can. Oh my gosh. Distilled water? Grams. Wait, there's an order to this? Wait, I need... Oh, I see now. Okay, so the first one was luminol and the second one is this one. NaOH, 6 grams. NaOH, 6 grams. Okay. I got this. I got this. If you find this too tedious, the game actually lets you skip it. That's 2. And then the third one is water. Oh. And then the fourth one is H2O2. How much? 40. Okay. Classic B. The blood detection reagent is all done. Yay. Excellent. Let us go to the office for verification. Let me talk to this guy real quickly. Oh, I already asked him everything. I don't feel like talking to that guy because his dialogue is so difficult to read. I'll come back later. See what else we have here. Burlap sack. These gunny sacks are filled with lime. Okay. Oh, what's this guy again? Shabby uniform? There's a uniform over here. It looks really dirty and it's all covered in rust. Only a worker in the charging area could make their clothes this dirty. Sir, do you know whom this clothing belongs to? You can ask around and see which worker came by the warehouse today. Are you sure this uniform was discarded today? I just cleaned this place up with old Tao and the others last night before we got off work. The situation is worth recording. A uniform stained with rust found in the warehouse. Patrolman Ku claims that it was discarded this morning. Objects under the tarpaulin. What is it? Huh? This isn't pig iron? Shen, there are rubber blocks piled underneath here. A large quantity of rubber. Is there a need for rubber in the process of steelmaking? Not at all. These rubber blocks belong to Mr. Lee. They're just temporarily stacked here. Okay. Afu, under our feet. Ah, these are scraps of rubber. That means someone processed rubber blocks here. Okay. Okay. Wait, tools on the chest. A file, a screwdriver, a saw, a wrench. There are a lot of tools placed on top of this chest. Oh, this elevator goes up to... What? You can't go through. This elevator leads to the second floor. The conveyor door is locked. Even if you went up, you'd have to come back down. Oh, right. That makes sense. Wait, can I interrogate him? We're still investigating, and there's some questions we wanted to ask you, Mr. Patrolman. However, we're short on time, so we hope that you can be straight with us. Where's this coming from? My headache is sometimes good and sometimes bad. And is it good or bad right now? With a murder suspect on the loose in the ironworks, Mr. Lee is already troubled enough. Oh, I already asked him. Okay. Let's go back and check for any blood prints at the primary scene of the crime. The office. Let's go. Aha! Mr. Deputy Administrator, we suspect that the office was the scene of the crime. We need to detect blood. Shall we close the door and windows and turn off all the lights? As long as it contributes to uncovering the truth, do whatever is convenient for you two. Okay. Oh my god. Look, Shen, it's blood. Blood on the walls and on the floor. Is everything that is glowing a blood stain? It appears that we need to reinvestigate this room. The bloodstains on the wall are mainly cast-off pattern bloodstains with a wide range. Preliminary judgment: the murder weapon was not a knife, but a blunt object instead. Could the murder weapon be something inside this room? If it's an object in this room, the murderer probably committed a crime of passion. I think this murder was planned, to be honest. But let's see, because there's a very round shape here. Shen, these two bloodstains look really strange. This one looks like a symbol drawn on the bloodstained floor. The other one looks like a stamp, and it feels somewhat familiar. Something that could leave such a large bloodstain should be the murder weapon, right? That is highly possible. Afu, this trace is very important and needs to be specifically recorded. No problem. I think it's the money bag. I think that's a part of the symbol that I saw on the money bag, but I'm not sure. Let's go through. And this would imply that some of the tags were also splattered on. The cast-off range is wider than any of the cases I've seen before. Shen, the name badges are blocking the bloodstains. Shall I take them down and test them? Sure, but keep a record of the hanging positions of each name badge. Understood. The hanging positions could also be clues. Oh, okay, so the people on the 4 people on the far right, they were not there when the murder occurred. Right? That's what this tells me. I've already tested all the name badges and there weren't any reactions to blood. The bloodstains on the copper board are continuous and unobscured. Shen, does that mean the crime took place before the workers started work? You are correct. The wall with blueprints has cast-off pattern bloodstains as expected. The cast-off range is quite wide, so the murder weapon seems to be something that is very long. I'll take down the map and paste it back on later. Wait. Oh right, of course. The bloodstain on the wall stops when it reaches the map. The murderer really switched out the blueprints to hide the bloodstains. Shen's deduction is incredible. I've already tested every object on the desk and there weren't any reactions to blood. There's a blurry bloodstain on the floor with uneven thickness. This is a swipe pattern bloodstain left by the murderer when they cleaned up the crime scene. You see, those parallel lines at the edges are swipe marks. Scattered spots surrounding the bloody bloodstain, the blurry bloodstain that seem to be projected bloodstains. This is the result of blood colliding and splattering all around. Such traces often appear at the scene where the victim is repeatedly hit by a blunt instrument. Oh. They murdered him. I don't think there's anything else. Let me check this corner. Right, that's the same line. What else is there? Shen, I have a bold hypothesis. Go on. My instinct tells me that the murder weapon was the statue of Ganjiang and Moye. The weight is appropriate, but the shape seems to be a bit short. You could try to test it. Afu examined the shrine and the statue closely. There's no luminous reaction at all. I guess it wasn't the statue. If only my instincts were as sharp as Shen's. I do not rely on my instincts to solve cases, though. Shen, do you think the steel rail sample on the display shelf could be the murder weapon? You might as well try testing it. I'm afraid I can't. What's the matter? If the region is applied to the steel rail, the results might be inaccurate. Oh, wait, because it reacts. Wait, why? Why? Why would it be inaccurate? I unlocked something when he said that. Luminal reaction. Oh, is it because there's iron in here? Maybe. Wait. Shen, once I saw those rubber blocks, I understood everything. The pungent grayish-white powder we found on site was the residue from the burning of rubber. You mean to say that the murderer had set up a rubber rod there as a railing? The rubber I've seen in the past is soft and incapable of supporting the weight of a person. What we found in the warehouse was not just ordinary rubber, but vulcanized hard rubber. At ambient temperature, it can sustain a person's weight and won't easily become deformed. But once the outlet shutter is opened and the temperature close by rises rapidly, the rubber will then soften and deform, causing formanting to topple over. From a distance, it would seem like the railing had suddenly disappeared. It appears the murderer is very familiar with what is stored inside the warehouse. I told you that patrol guy is sus. I think it's him. I just don't know why. Shen, I know the principle behind the shrine unleashing its powers. Is it related to the chemical regions inside the cabinet? Exactly. The so-called powers of the shrine is actually... I don't know enough about chemistry to answer this. I'm just gonna... first one, I guess. There was concentrated hydrochloric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid in the cabinet. When hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid meet, they produce a large amount of white fog. The fog is irritating to the throat, which should be the reason why Awu fell ill. Then how do we explain the smell of fireworks on site? Right, I forgot about that. Shen, give me some more time to rethink this. Then I guess it's this one. Remember when Awu kicked the shrine? I bet he accidentally knocked over the concentrated nitric acid in the cabinet. The acid has a gunpowder smell. When it evaporates, it produces a yellowish white smoke. If that is the case, then Awu fell ill because he inhaled acid? Yes, nitric acid harms the respiratory tract. Awu was close by. He probably inhaled a lot. They're afraid of ghosts and don't know chemistry. It's easy for them to be superstitious. Afu, that was good deducing. Ha! Classic me. So he has been conducting experiments in secret. Apparently worshipping the shrine behind the closed doors was just a cover. Foreman Ting was actually conducting some kind of chemical experiment in secret. But there's a laboratory in the factory. Why didn't he just go there to conduct experiments? Obviously, he did not want anyone to know. He must have had a reason. Awu, what are you doing here? Did you just say that the foreman was murdered? Did anyone point out that Maggie was the only person with when every single murder happened? Oi! Oi! Don't call me out. Hi Riku! Happy Sunday! I'm just very unfortunate, okay? I'm a witness to every one of these crimes. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a lovely weekend. Mr. Shen, you'll believe what I say, right? Yes. I remembered something strange. My master doesn't let me say much, and I'm not sure if this is important or not. There's no one else here. I will be at ease and tell us. This morning, I noticed that the crane hook was not stationed at its usual position. Where's the crane hook usually positioned? It's supposed to be between furnace number 1 and furnace number 2. But when I got there this morning, I saw the crane hook stationed in front of furnace number 2. Is it possible that someone used the crane hook during working hours? Not likely. No one would move the crane hook if we weren't casting ingots. So you suspect that someone used the crane hook last night? That's right. Thank you, Awu. It really helps with our investigations. Anyway, hurry up and find that murderer. Can I go back up? The existing evidence is enough for me to sort out some doubts. Is it? After the incident, the safest way for the suspect to leave would be to take the elevator. Yeah, we need to go up. What do you mean? We need to go up. Oddly, the factory floor is already quite arid. Why is there tarpaulin covering the iron? Thing instructed us to do so. He was afraid the bulk material and the iron would be mixed up. That makes sense, I guess. Can I check? Oh, hey, I can pass through now. Second floor platform. Oh, wait, this is the other side. But there's nothing to see here. Okay. Talk to him. Anything I haven't asked yet? Oh. Oh, we updated him. So you're saying Foreman Thing was murdered? It wasn't because he provoked that thing in the shrine? Of course. We went to the office and nothing happened. Oddly, between last night and this morning, have you noticed anything unusual? Or perhaps, have you heard any strange noises? Nothing unusual or any strange noises. Were you working at the second floor furnace area all night? Yes, sometimes I take a break, but I never left, not even for a second. We spent the whole night on the second floor and found nothing unusual. That conflicts with... Hold on, let me save. Let me save. That conflicts with the... Notice nothing unusual. The crane that got moved? I think. Maybe? The movements of the crane hook are exceedingly noisy. If you were really here all night, how could you have not known that someone used the crane hook last night? Busted. But unless you were the person who moved the crane hook. It wasn't me. Last night, I did in fact leave the second floor furnace area. Where did you go? I stayed up past midnight. I was very hungry and I went to the dock to have a midnight snack. No way. If you left, who was looking after the furnace? The furnace could be unattended for an hour after materials are shoveled in. Patrolman Ku can prove it. Whenever I'm on duty, we go to the dock together around that time. I swear, I'm not lying. Okay. We'll trust your words for now. Is there anything else that you're hiding from us? No. Oddly, have you ever opened the conveyor door after the incident? Maggie, have you watched The Odyssey? I have not. I have not. Have you? Have you? I heard it's very popular right now. I heard many good things about it, but I haven't actually watched it myself. It's good. I wouldn't even know where to watch it. I'm not like subscribed to any streaming services, so we'll see. We'll see if I ever get the chance. IMAX? Wait, I don't know if is it still... Are they still airing it, or what's it called? Are they still... Oh, it's in theaters? Okay. I'm so not up to date when it comes to these kind of things. It's out in theaters? Okay. Then they should probably still have it. I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't really go to movies very often. It's very popular for destroying rented props around EU and many other places. You mean notorious? They got a bad rep and not paying damages? Damn, that's wild. Are they being sued? I sure hope they pay for these damages. I can only assume that they got like good profits from this film. Enough to pay for the damages at least. If you keep fumbling, it'll just increase our suspicions. Well... Fine then. After the incident, I did open the conveyor door without permission. The fire was so intense, it's only natural that I fear death. Only, it's only human nature to flee for your life, but why did you keep this a secret earlier? There are rules of operation that require workers to put out the fire as a priority. I didn't have the guts to stay, but I was also afraid that they would cut my pay. I have a family to support, so many mouths to feed. Be at ease, Oldie. We just want to uncover the truth. We do not intend to cause you any trouble. Yeah, thanks a lot. Okay, so that's how he escaped, because the conveyor door was actually opened. Oldie, did you lock the conveyor door at a later time? Yes, it's embarrassing to admit. Are you the only person who holds the key to the conveyor door? I'm the only person on the factory that has the keys. We would like to try and take the elevator. Please open the doors for us. Will do. Ooh. Bing. We're here. How did you two come out from there? We're investigating every nook and cranny that seems suspicious. Oh. So we're back here now. Wait, do I have something new to ask him? Nope. I keep fending it off, so not sure what will happen to the issues. Well, if enough people keep shouting, I'm sure it will be resolved very quickly. They don't want this bad publicity. Although, bad publicity is also publicity. After the incident, Oli had opened the conveyor door, so the suspect probably left through it. The splashes of molten steel make it impossible to pass through the stairs in front. For a long time after the incident, the conveyor door was the only way to leave the second floor. Is the US they don't care much? I guess so. But I think that says more about the company than the US as a country. Shen, I understand now. There are only 3 possibilities. The murderer was Old Lee. Someone Old Lee covered for. Or someone left the scene after Old Lee. I'm guessing it's the latter. Shen, doesn't this mean that the person who didn't arrive at the scene immediately after the incident is the most suspicious? That is true. Even if that person is not Old Lee, they would be someone who is quite familiar with Old Lee. That is why he could predict Old Lee's behavior and use it to his advantage to carry out the plan. I'm pretty sure it's that sussy patrol guy. Oh. We have already examined all the places that could be investigated within the Ironworks. It is time to ask Deputy Administrator Lee to gather everyone for a discussion. Oh, thank goodness I didn't need to talk to that
沈先生将大家召集于此，
chemist guy.
想必已有定论。事不宜迟，
Oh my gosh,
还
let
请
me
即刻开始
drink.
吧。
经调查，我们可以确定丁教母之死是一桩凶杀案。
Murder!
丁教母坠楼的平楼2层视为第2现场。凶手利用机关，使丁教母的尸体于众目睽睽之下坠入钢水包中。所谓凭空消失的栏杆，其实是由橡胶烧制的假栏杆。
我们在工厂的仓库中发现了一批硬质橡胶块，还有加工它的痕迹。这种硫化后的橡胶在室温下不会轻易变形， 当钢水流出时，附近的温度迅速提升，橡胶逐渐变软。软化后的橡胶栏杆无法再支撑任何重量。
And it must be someone who knew these materials well. Like, I would never have been able to come up with this because I don't know how this works, right?
钉匠木的坠炉引发了爆炸，橡胶栏杆遇高温燃烧殆尽，凭空消失。现场的灰白色粉末，便是燃烧后的残留物。
仓库的那批橡胶是枪炮厂暂存在本厂的，不料竟被别有用心之人利用。
这可以说明，凶手对仓库所存物品了如指掌。
事故发生后，填料工老李难耐闷热，不得已打开过松料门，所以凶手只需在老李走后再乘升降机离开，就可以上演一出。
凶手一直在2层，怎么老李没发现他？
因为他找到了一个完美的藏身之处。凶手必然躲在这个地方。
Oh, he had the rust on his clothing, so I think... Wait, shit, I forgot which one it was. I can't save! I'm gonna assume it's this one.
铁料堆上盖着一块巨大的
Yes,
防
that
尘布
one.，
凶手和尸体当时就藏在
Because
此
we
处。
found a uniform that had rust stains on it, so he must have hidden there.
可填料工要去产料，总会发现他呀。
马丁炉烧1炉钢需要4个时辰，只有开始时需要添1次铁料，后面只添辅料。
对对，填完铁料后就不需要再去了。
这凶手倒是很熟悉炼钢的流程。
若依沈先生所言，凶手是老李，岂不更省事？
也是，整个2层只有他一个人，想藏尸体易如反掌。
不是我啊，我
I
老
don't
李
think
是
it's
无
him.
罪代驾版，太冤枉了呀！沈先生，这你是最清楚的，真的不是我呀！
考虑到这个证据，我认为老李不会是凶手。
Oh, shoot, wait, I can save now. Considering this piece of evidence, I believe that old Lee was not the murderer. Could it be the uniform? Considering this piece of evidence, I believe that old Lee was not the murderer. I'll try this.
这件沾满铁锈的新工服被人丢在了仓库里。工服只有前胸和膝盖处沾了大面积铁锈，同时还有划痕。其铁锈只有铁料堆中的废钢上有，而痕迹分布也符合在铁料堆中趴着的姿势。如果凶手是老李，他没有必要躲在铁料堆中。
That's true.
的确没必要，他的工作本来就在2层，而且老李身上沾铁锈也没什么稀奇，反而是平时不穿工服、身上不该有铁锈的人才会这么做。所以凶手很可能不是工人，但他又很熟悉仓库中的物品和炼钢的流程。
文小姐，还要加上可以伪造绝笔信。
自然，凶手不仅会写字，还善模仿他人笔记。
看来沈先生心中已有定论，时间紧迫，还请快快揪出凶手。
Oh no, I need to identify the murderer now. Oh no, I don't know if I'm right. I feel like it's the patrol guy, but it could have also been this person. I think it's more likely to be this person because he would have actually seen the handwriting of the... And also, I don't think the patrol guy has a motive to kill him. Like, why would he? I think it's him. But I cannot give a clear reason. It's just a gut feeling. I'm probably wrong.
本案最大的嫌疑人是你，何先生。
何先生 It's 何 Oh, I'm right. The bar disappeared.
何思氏倒是完全符合每一个条件，尤其是模仿笔记。
Yeah, it's the handwriting part because I don't think the patrol guy would have seen his handwriting enough to actually mimic it. And the accountant does. So that would make more sense.
许恒，这是怎么回事？
大人，我想，沈先生应该是弄错了吧？假设沈先生推理成立，丁教木被人杀害后，凶手又将遗体拖上平楼2层。可在下区区一介书生，手
Oh
无
my
缚
gosh.
鸡
Oh,
之力，
thank you. Let me
怕是办不到
save.
啊。
A feeble scholar. A wee feeble scholar. Oh, posture check, thank you, and hydrate. Oof. I'm stretching. Okay, so I think he used the crane to hoist the body up to the second furnace, because then that would also explain why the crane was in that position this morning. Motive. If he used something that was in the office, then it means it wasn't a planned murder. Maybe the victim found something out about this guy, about the supervisor. Maybe he was fiddling with the money, something like that, and then he killed him for it, I think. Perhaps. Possibly. Ow. We'll see.
这并不难，你只需借助这件物品即可。辅料填进炉子后，有半个时辰空闲。这期间，老李通常会离开车间。你知道老李的这个习惯，于是你趁老李不在时，启动吊钩，将尸体运上平炉2层。
沈先生若认为在下是凶手，那便当在下是凶手好了。
What?
许恒，沈先生受本办之托查案，检举可疑之人是职责所在。你若有异议，能自证清白，那是最好。
会办大人不必强求何思氏自证清白。我既怀疑何思氏，自然会举证证明。
君子不可辱，善人不可欺。沈先生就不必惺惺作态了。
既然如此，何先生可愿与沈某辩论一番？
真金不怕火炼，身正不怕影邪。
Okay. This is
想问
new.
沈先生怀疑在下的理由是什么？
沈某之所以视何先生为最大嫌疑人，是因为何先生最为符合
Wait,
前
why are
序
they
调查
speaking
所
so
总结
fast?
之凶手特征。
在下也曾读过《穆勒明学》一书，知道推论要讲逻辑，气力不大，熟悉仓库，懂炼钢，晚到现场。非要说这是凶手特征的话，在下的确是符合条件的。不过，这不等同于我就是凶手吧？正如钢轨的主要成分为铁，且十分坚固，此为它的特征。但不能说所有铁质坚固的东西。
何先生这是在偷换
Wait,
概
it's
念。
on a timer?
我所述的是最大嫌疑人，而非凶手。诚然，具备凶手特征的人不必然成为凶手，但凶手却必定存在于满足此类特征的人之中。这样的人
就是你。
都有成为凶手的嫌疑。
哇哦。
沈先生一口一个嫌犯，一口一个凶手，
Wait, I'm on a
这
timer.
才是真正的偷换概念，误导众人。你所谓
I
的
have to
推理
read so
都是基于
fast.
证言的猜测而已。其实
Just
没有证据
assume
能证
basic.
明
There's
发生
no
了命案
evidence to
吧？
prove that a murder actually
凶手
occurred.
气力小用吊钩，是基于阿武的一面之词。
What sting?
确认命案是因为在这公事房中发现了血迹，这里才是案发的第一现场。
This is the actual primary. Oh, see,
这
okay,
怎么可
okay.
能？
阿福制作了一种显血试剂，遇血之后会发光。
哪有这样的药剂？我怎么没听说过？你不过是在虚张声势。
会办大人。
Okay, but why are they
可是现在
speaking
见
so
证了我们调查的过程哦
fast?
这还不信？要不要我当面测给你看啊？即便是很久以前的擦洗过的血，也能显现出来哦。
很久以前，阿福小兄弟说的没错呀，那可能是很久之前的痕迹。若是很久以前的痕迹，怎能认定昨晚发生过命案呢？没有证据能证明这些痕迹是昨晚产生的吧？
我能证明血溅的时间。公事房门边墙上的血迹到图纸处就中断了，图纸后面的墙上也没有发现任何血迹，这说明墙上的图纸曾被人替换过。中断部分的血迹存在于被换掉的图纸上，而墙上图纸被替换的时间就在昨晚。
那也说明不了什么呀。谁知道被替换的图纸上是不是早就有血迹了呢？我印象中的那2张图纸可是污迹斑斑的哦。
Were smudged and
何先生
dirty. I，
你
mean,
还是没有意识到，
no, these were
关键
new.
我之所以能确定图纸被换的时间，是因为
We have
昨天傍晚文
photos.
记者曾拍下公事房的照片，照片中墙上贴的是旧图纸，上面并没有血迹，说明血溅的时间就在昨晚。
Oh my gosh.
沈先生能言善辩，实在
Somehow pulled through that.
这么说，你是认
Man,
罪
they
了？
were speaking so fast. What the heck?
此言差矣。在下只是出了辩论，何罪之有？况且，刚才的辩论完全建立在一个假设之上。
什么假设？
小兄弟所谓的试剂，确实可以验出血迹。我曾受训于厂办化学学堂，自是亦读过不少西洋书籍。荧光染料是见过不少，遇血能发光的试剂却闻所未闻。说不定，那只是白水变色之类的街头戏法。
我的试剂怎么就成街头戏法了？它的主要成分是卢米诺和双氧水。血液中的铁能催化双氧水分解，生成单氧。单氧又能氧化卢米诺，才使它发光的。你既然读过书，应该知道这其中原理吧？
也就是说，所谓显血，实际检测的是铁喽。
He is
是啊
right.
即便是微量的铁，也能检测出来。
小兄弟，这里是铁厂，到处都是铁。
钢锭、铁器之类的，一般不会误报，往往是铁锈或者含铁的试剂会导致误报。
这些老丁背着骆比生先生在公事房里做实验，还引发过爆炸。若是迸溅了某种含铁的试剂，也未可知啊。
这倒也有可能。但血迹形态，
Come on, Afu, stand your
你
ground.
都不能确定那是不是血，谈何血迹形态？沈先生的推断，实难令在下信服。
许衡所说也有一定道理。
大人， 依在下之浅见，沈先生所分析之种种，都只是他的臆想罢了。人命关天，此事若是处理草率了，难免将来督办大人怪罪。
事不宜操之过急。
先生，都怪我考虑不周。
It's okay.
寒铁的事迹确实可以让卢米诺发光。现在和司事坚称没有发生凶案，感觉会办大人快要被说服了。我们该怎么办？
咱们再想别的办法证明。
没有尸体，血迹又不被认可，还有什么能证明这是凶杀案？
凶器，
Yes.
指出凶器，也能证明发生了命案。
不愧是先生，那么快就有了思路啊！可是这么短时间，怎么找凶器啊？对手那么狡猾，肯定已经把凶器销毁掉了。
凡有接触，必留痕迹。证据不是不存在，只是未被发现。以本物之相，及本事之相，次第安顿于各处所。这个图形看起来竟有些眼熟。
会留下这么大血迹的东西，应该是凶器吧？
我知道了，凶器是。
Let me save. Let me save. I'm gonna assume, yeah, it's the same mark on the bag of money. Wait, so do I present the coins or do I present the photo that has... I guess the photo would make more sense, right?
大人，沈某不仅找到了凶案现场，还找到了凶器。
Oh my gosh, it's raining so hard right now. This is great. We've had no rain in such a long time. I do hope it stops by tomorrow morning though, because I need to go to the office tomorrow morning.
诸位请看，关键线索就隐藏在这张照片中。
沈先生，这张照片有何玄机？还请直接指出。
I don't know if you can hear it. I don't know if the mic picks it up, the sound of the rain. It is this bag of money.
诸位请看，这是钱袋上的汉阳铁厂标志。公事房地面的血迹中有2处花纹，其中一处的符号与钱袋上铁厂标志的下半部分完全吻合，而另一处则是银元上的花纹。
什么钱袋？什么银元？
何先生，若钱袋不是凶器，你为何要用头巾包裹工钱呢？
Oh, he did.
许恒，
We had
照
rain
片中
all
的钱
day
袋本
yesterday.
班
It
认
was so
得，
nice. Oh,
的确是你
nice.
常
I'm
用
glad
之
we
物。
didn't have rain yesterday because we went out. But yeah, yesterday was very sunny actually. And then today we had rain all day, all afternoon. I will probably have rain all evening as well.
这到底是怎么回事？你的钱袋呢？
会办大人，何司是建议您提早发工钱，表面上是为了安抚人心，实际上是为了销毁凶器。这个行为足以说明，何许恒，你就是杀人凶手。
Aha! Speechless.
大人，今早属下疏忽，不慎将钱袋弄破一角。为避免钱币丢失，遂改用头巾包裹。
Wait, is that the pen he used to write the suicide note? The one he's holding?
那破损的钱袋，属下随手丢弃了。
哼，是把钱袋销毁了吧？田园上的血可以洗掉，钱袋上的却洗不掉。
血迹？哪有什么血迹？小兄弟，别忘了，你的药剂无法确定地上的痕迹是血还是含铁的试剂。真不懂你们是如何得出在下是凶手的结论的。说到底，你们没有决定性的证据能将这事与我联系在一起。
你！
看来，只有找到能直接证明何思是参与了案件的证据。是什么样的证据呢？
Is my alter
不如
ego?
由
There we
我来
go.
帮你梳理一遍案情。不必了，我自己就可以。
I mean,
回
he
顾案
is
件
you,
发生的过
right?
程，思考凶手会在哪个环节留下痕迹。
Why would he treat
再把能
this
证明
other
何
voice
思是
in
参与
his
其
head
中的
as a
证据
different person?
出
Unless
示
he's
出来
actually schizophrenic.
在公事房，他以钱袋为凶器杀害了丁将母，然后细致趁老李离开，
Lee was
他利用
away.
吊
He
钩将
used
尸
the
体运上
crane
二
to
层，
hook them
并
both
隐藏起来。
to move the body to the
他在
second
仓库
floor.
中
Shave rubber
将
in the
硬质橡胶
warehouse
块
and set
削
up the
成栏
rubber
杆的
ring
大小，
before working
完
hours.
成后，
When
他藏
finished,
身于
he
防
hid
尘
in
布
the
下的
iron
铁条堆
cover
中，
with top
等待合适
pollen,
时机出现。
waiting for the right moment to
开始
appear.
浇筑钢钉时，
When the casting
他利用
began,
钢
he
水
used
包
the
遮
ladle
挡，
to create
制
the
造丁将母
incident,
坠楼的
then
假象。
hid in the corridor.
待老李去平炉正
When
面
old
查
Lee
看
went
爆
to
炸
check
现
on the
场时，
explosion, he hid back
他
into
在
the
仓库。
iron
最
heat.
后，
Finally, after old
等
Lee
老李
left,
离
he
开后，
used the elevator to flee
他
the
再利用升
scene.
降机离开现场。
Let me save again. So, what is the evidence I have? I think I have already presented everything once. And the tools he would have gotten from the toolbox on the left. Use the crane hook to move the body to the second floor. In the office, he murdered Ding with a bag of coins, then carefully cleaned up the crime scene. I guess it's not yet time to present the suicide note. I guess this photo was taken last night because the journalist girl, she took this photo. In the office, he murdered Dean with a bag of coins, then carefully cleaned up the crime scene. When old Lee was away, he used the crane hook to move the body to the second floor. He shaved rubber in the warehouse, set up the rubber railing before working hours. Once finished, he hid in the iron cover with tarpaulin, waiting for the right moment to appear. When the casting began, he used the ladle to create the incident, then hid in the corridor. When he went to check on the explosion, he hid back in the iron heap, and finally when he left, he used the elevator to flee the scene.
以上就是凶手的7个主要作案步骤，他会在哪个环节留下痕迹呢？我需要在那个环节将能证明他参与其中的证据出示出来。
I need to present the evidence that proves he was involved in that part of the plan. Hang. So which part of his plan could leave traces? I need to present the evidence that proves he was involved in that part of his plan. I have to rule out all the evidence that was that was found with the blood detection agent. Present evidence that proves he was involved in that part of the plan. With this part, I don't think we have evidence that something was left. We have the rubber shavings, which is this, which I have already presented before. But that doesn't necessarily prove that he was the one who did it. It just proved that the murderer used the rubber here to create an illusion of him falling. It doesn't prove that it was him. Same with... I mean, I think I have to present a suicide note somewhere, but I think at this point it's a little bit too far-fetched. I will just present it and see what they say, to be honest. I don't know.
何思是不可能把现场完全清理干净，也许还能找到未被清。
Okay, so it's not this one.
即使不借
I
助先
think I'm
贤
already
事
2
迹，
steps ahead.
也能证明发生了凶案。找到了血迹又怎样？能表明他与何思是有关吗？
Yeah, that's the point. I need to connect the supervisor to the evidence that I present.
很难。即使这样，何思是还是会说与他。看来这个环节并不是关键。 我该考虑其他的环节。
Okay, so it's not this part. Let me think. It's not that part. Shave the rubber in the warehouse, set up rubber veiling before working hours. Because if I present the like residue here, he's just gonna claim that I have no evidence that it was him. Right? He hid in the iron cover with the pollen, waiting for the right moment to appear. He used the elevator to flee the scene. I don't know. Lever was made long for operators too. But do I have to present the photo again? He's just gonna claim he has nothing to do with it. Discarded uniform? Let's see what hint he can provide me. I don't know what to present here. Wait, so hiding in the iron heap would leave marks on the body, which might be detectable using a certain item. Right. So I can present it in either of these two cases. What? Because it would respond to the iron as well. So in this case, we're not detecting blood specifically, but we're detecting iron. So if we detect iron on his person, it means that he hid in with the iron heap, right? I think. Is that what they're implying?
决定性的证据
Okay.
就在何思氏身上。
要是没什么事的话，在下就告退了。
且慢，
沈先生还有何指教？
既然你坚称自己没有杀人，为证清白，可否让阿福检测下你的头发和衣服？
沈仲平，你不要欺人太甚。
许恒，你既是清白的，验验又何惧？
大人，我没有杀人，身上自然测不出血迹。但士可杀，不可辱啊！
这可怪了，此举是为了还你清白，怎么成了欺负你？古人宁愿粉身碎骨，也要留清白在人间。何先生却畏惧区区几滴试剂吗？
哼，在下清清白白，自然无所畏惧。
大人，我还需要一位铁厂人员配合做测试，最好不是工人。
古训丁，你来配合。
好嘞。
看呐，何思氏发光了。
Wow, we
难道
really
在他的衣
sprayed
服
it all
上
over
验出了
him.
血？
No, it's not blood, it's rust. It's iron.
绝不可能！我从未沾过血。
让卢米诺发光的，不是血，而是残留在何思氏身上的铁锈。这就是决定性的证据。
你在说什么呀？
何先生，铁锈中的铁与血液中的铁一样，都会让卢米诺发光。这是刚刚你自己一直在反复强调的事。在你的作案手法中，有一个关键环节，
为避免与老李相遇，你需要反复在加料区的防水布下躲藏。
凡有接触，必留痕迹。防水布下都是锈迹斑斑的废钢，即便当时你套了工服，你的袖口、衣角和头发上，也势必会沾上铁锈。
我常年在铁厂工作，沾染铁元素也很正常。
我料定你会如此辩解，特意找了荀丁作为参照。他同在铁厂工作，却并没有太多的卢米诺反应。这又作何解释呢？
这个，那个，我今日早上盘点铁矿石时，不慎摔了一跤，想来是那时弄脏了袖口和衣角吧。
天下哪有那么巧的事？
有时就是无巧不成书。
何先生，不知你是如何摔倒的呢？以至于辫子上都是铁锈。
脚底打滑，不慎摔了个仰面。
何先生撒谎露馅了哦。 你的辫子上没多少蓝光，远不如头顶上的多。
你诓我！
真是胡闹！
何先生，我们可以再比较一下功夫上的痕迹，看看功夫领口和衣袖处的痕迹与你身上的痕迹是否相连。离开平炉2层后，你必须尽快返回众人的视野中，以免招来怀疑。而后，你还要与会办大人商议提前发放工钱，借此销毁凶器。再之后，我与阿福便已赶到铁厂开始调查。因此，你并没有太多的时间处理自己身上的痕迹，这是刚刚你乱了方寸的原因。认罪吧，你已经无可狡辩了。
没错，是我干的。
许恒，这究竟是为什么？
Yeah, I wonder why too. I guess he found out something.
许恒，我找到改进工艺的方法了。今后我们再也不用采买国外的高价焦炭了，咱们的成本比起德国和日本低了1/3，而质量几乎一致。
老丁，你终于做到了。
我这大半辈子都在等这一天。现在好，咱们的铁路总算能用上自家产的钢轨了。
老丁，伦敦的检测报告回来了。报告上说，用你的新法子所炼成的钢轨，含磷量超标。
断裂？这不可能！我们刚刚做完机械性能测试，没有任何问题。
哎，报告我放公示房了，你自己看吧。
没道理啊！明明每个环节都……
老丁，休息一下吧，你3天没合眼了。
检测，一定是检测报告出了问题。
你如果不信，也可以找骆先生检测，应该还是焦炭的问题。接受现实吧。李大人已经决定继续采买威斯特伐利亚焦炭了。老丁，这主要还是考虑到生产时间的问题。
那倒要恭喜何思氏了。
老丁，你什么意思？
这几个月，全车间都被你们骗得团团转。
He did find something out.
你跟骆秉生私受了他们多少好处？
老丁，你要干什么？老丁，你别过来！老丁，老丁。
这么说，你是情急之下，出于自保，才不慎用钱袋砸死了老丁？
是。
沈先生，你怎么看？
It doesn't look like self-defense because we have determined that he had been struck with a blunt object multiple times. So it could not have been
我并不认
self-defense.
为他完全是出于自保。公示房地面上的血迹呈渐落状，墙上也发现了多道抛甩状的血迹，这说明在丁将木流血倒地后，凶手仍多次击打他的头部。如此，只是为了确保能杀死丁将木。你杀人之后的抛尸手法环环相扣，若无提前调查模拟，几乎是不可能实施的。所以你在昨晚杀害丁将木，或许是临时起意，但你的杀人计划却是蓄谋已久。
那真相到底是怎样的？
丁将木提出，用萍香碎胶与无烟煤烧制生铁，这个方法大大降低了成本，自然也断了负责采买之人的财路。于是，何思氏便与骆秉生串通一气，在检测报告上作假，借此说服理会办继续购买高价焦炭，以继续从中牟利。丁将木怀疑检测报告作假，但却难以挑战杨元的权威，只能假借拜神之名，暗中进行实验，只为证明检测报告有误。而何思氏也正利用了这一点，营造丁将木 自杀献祭的假象。
何许恒，你这个吃里扒外的东西！
吃里扒外，大人，我这完全是为了工厂啊！就算我配合骆先生改了厂内的自检报告又怎样？伦敦的那份报告我改得了吗？什么化学检测，什么含磷量，什么流程标准，那都是人家按在咱脑袋上的金箍。就连那些往我们身上泼脏水的报纸，都是人家的产业，人家捏着我们的命脉呢，还想拿什么去争？
何许恒，已经全无羞耻之心。
大清的筑路权早都被杨大人瓜分殆尽了，其中的每个环节可都是巨大的利益。前段时间
in the end, it's all about the
接连拿
money.
下正太、粤汉铁路订单，本是跟在后检视汤羹的角色，如今却要把这桌子掀了。你以为杨大人会放任铁厂继续出风头吗？你采购高价煤，说白了就是把利益分回去一些，自然人家就不会与你为难。
这就是你为自己中饱私囊找的理由吗？
让工厂活下去，我赚点小钱，于大于小都只是生存之道而已。
许恒，你真是太令我失望了！实业兴国的抱负被你丢到哪里去了？
报复？报复难道能当饭吃不成？处处桎梏，谈何兴国？
可是，既然检测报告是假的，就说明，即便只能使用劣质的矿料和便宜的煤炭，丁匠木还是成功炼出了好钢啊！
那又如何？
说明炼钢技术的革新，并不只有洋人能做到啊！
你不会天真的以为，一点点技术革新就能改变局面吧？不过是蚍蜉妄下撼树罢了。
若丁匠木所做的技术革新，真如蚍蜉般微不足道，你口中的杨大人，又为何要在检测报告上使扮作假呢？
这，
如果没有这一点点的革新积累，谈何自立自强？
愚公世代能移山，蚍蜉成群可撼树。我会将丁匠木的经历写进报道，激励更多人投入实业兴国的事业中。
办铁厂虽艰难万险，若只知苟且行事，后辈则永无变局之日。许恒，你鼠目寸光，怎能理解这千钧之责？来人，把何许恒押下去，传骆秉生来公事房。
Yay, we did it! We apprehended the
丁匠木
murderer.
之事，多亏了沈先生。
分内之事，何足挂齿。
可惜那个骆秉生竟然借口参加宴会躲
Oh,
了
he
出去。
ran away.
会办大人千万
I
别放过
wonder
他。
if we're gonna see him, like, meet him again in one of the next cases.
骆秉生
Finally
之
catch
事，
him.
本办定会尽力而为。
Or
沈
no,
先生，
I don't know.
本办还有一些话想单独与阿福说，不知可否？
阿福，我在门外等你。
Hold on, let me save. Because it is almost time to eat. Perfect timing. Wow, it looks like each case is around 4 hours.
阿福，本办初次见你便觉得眼熟，你可是徐大人之子？
哎，我和他长得这么像吗？
像。你小小年纪就如此博学多闻，颇有他的风采。当年，你父亲担任汉阳铁厂会办时，我还是个初出茅庐的小子呢。
真难想象会办大人曾经的样子。
阿福，你看到实验室的书了吗？
当然，我早就仔仔细细的读过了。
那些可都是由你父亲遗著的。唉，可惜天妒英才，那场爆炸。
大人， 都已经过去了。
人还是要向前看。
大人放心，我会把格物致知之学传承下去的。
很好，真是虎父无犬子。以后常回汉阳来看看，这就是你的家。
我会的。
哦，
久等了。咦，先生身上好像很香啊。
拿去吧。
rice cakes，
麻红糕。
不妨
Sesame
帮我试试，里面有没有蒙汗药？
试好了，香甜松脆，没有毒。
Oh my gosh. Leave one for me.
先生不吃吗？
我不喜食甜，
哦，
而且，阿福，
Let me see if we can continue to the. Well, let me talk to Auntie actually real quickly.
大娘，你怎么还在啊？我以为你走了。
你这小后生，怎么说话呢？
大娘别生气，我就是担心大娘没时间休息。毕竟，您可是这湖广大地上最厉害的仵作。
哼，少拍马屁，还是你家先生本领高强。
大娘谬赞，实不敢当。
哼，你谦虚什么？之前的藏尸案，连老身都险些被蒙混过去了，倒是你识破了那把戏。
那大娘你先休息，我们下次见。
下次别见了。仵作和侦探碰到一块儿，还能有什么事儿？准是又出人命了。
That's true. If they meet again, it means that someone has died again, or has been murdered, or just died under mysterious circumstances.
这里的事情都已处理好。
Yes.
我已查，李毅和我是多年老友，他将铁厂看作命一般。
I'm ready to move on to the next case for next week.
沈先生，今次书局给你回电报了。
哦，
电报里怎么说？
书局的督教方寒秋对那本《斗士遗阵》较为熟悉，愿意协助调查。
They're willing to
太
help.
好了，
Sweet.
先生，咱们赶紧去扬州吧。
那就快上船吧。
那吕种绝孤影丁，汉阳松冈月空明。青山座座皆巍峨，我为愚公永求索。千锤百炼铸精魂，一片丹心留人间。君。
She's coming up with
有灵
titles.
感，新标题用哪个好呢？糟了，先别开船，等等我。
Oh wait, was she supposed to be on the boat? Did she make it? Yay! We did it! I wonder how many cases there are. I really like the music. And the art is so nice as well. With the Chinese painterly style. I don't know what it says, but I'm sure it's very poetic. Even if I could read these characters, I probably will not understand the meaning of this poem. Oh. Even until today, still use the steel rails made by the Hanyang Ironworks. Oh. I like that they add these bits of trivia into the game. It's very nice. Like, as you play the game, you will also unlock like specific entries with relevant information and facts, historical information. I wasn't going through them on stream because it's a lot of information, but you know, if you ever get the chance to pick up this game, then it's very interesting to just go through all this information. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a day here. We'll continue next time. I don't wanna start a new case and then, you know, sit anxiously for the full week to know what's gonna happen. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this case. It was very nice. And yeah, I wish you all a wonderful next week. Let me move over. And a wonderful rest of your day. I hope the weather will be nice. I hope nothing untoward happens and that I will see you again next Sunday, as usual. Thank you guys. And until next time. Bye-bye.